What'd you do, Antonio? You deleted it. Start it again.
Music.
Start it again, Antonio.
Did I eat the podcast short?
Yeah, you killed it.
No, the broadcast is going. You killed the intro. Hit it again.
I was like, what? I was like, it didn't.
Well, that's the problem with being live. Welcome to a very, very special edition of the Wrestling Council. We are going to be watching WWE NXT Takeover in your house. And it's definitely in my house. I've got the screen on right now. Welcome our fine cast of not ready for primetime players. Obviously, the full cast of the Wrestling Council: Boogie Bentley, Yoel Carter, Comic Book Bob, and of course myself, Antonio Price, and Hollywood Frank. What's going on, baby? And
Baby.
Yeah, and then Jill B. Pill, who has been here for all three of these streams that we've did, which has been awesome. So great having all you guys. This is nice to have this as a regular thing. You know, we watch these pay-per-views and we have
Todd Pettengill.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, they did that for
That's what I wanted to
nostalgia.
say.
Yeah, I saw it.
I was like, ooh, Todd Pettengill.
Well, people, when they announced in your house, everybody on social media was like, they better get Todd Pettengill for this.
Oh my God, the
Well, they did one thing right then.
They sure did.
He was
Audio. Everybody, make sure your audio's down so we don't get flagged.
Yeah. Because
Yeah, mine's down quite a bit.
I've got mine down with the captioning on. So hopefully I'm not bleeding through.
Yeah. Well, tonight we're going to find out if Adam Cole's going up to the main roster
Adam Cole
Or to AEW.
or to AEW. Yeah. So, all right, real quick. So before everything gets going, before everything starts going off, let's get some predictions here, guys. All right. North American Championship. See here. Keith Lee versus Johnny Gargano.
Keith Lee's going over. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Keith Lee's keeping it, and he's staying in NXT because that's a third brand, and they got to keep somebody big on that roster.
Yeah, because they've already lost Riddle, and they've lost Dominic Dijakovic.
Which is so dumb. Why is
Yeah.
Keith Lee not getting called up before that idiot?
Because he's a big dude, and just like you said, they want to keep star power on NXT.
But why take him? Leave Dijakovic
Yeah, I've
there.
been wanting Keith Lee.
They already have a star. His name is Johnny Gargano, and he's going to send Keith Lee to the majors. That's what I say.
You think Keith Lee's? You think Gargano's taking the title?
I want him to for Keith Lee also. So I'm going to root Gargano.
Don't you want to see Don't you want to see Gargano get called up? I feel like both those guys are ready. They're
Gargano's
both ready.
never going to get called up.
Gargano's been ready for a long time, but
Yeah.
what
But why
will
is he
they
not-
do with him?
Why is he not going to get called up when the main event's AJ Styles and Drew Gulak on SmackDown? He can go hold for hold and do everything they can do, and he's the same size as those guys.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
why
disagree
doesn't
with
he
that.
belong? Why doesn't he belong on the main roster, Yul?
I don't know. Well, he does, but I just Keith Lee can get ruined there. I don't want Gargano to.
That's a death sentence when you get called up.
More
Bob,
often than not.
what's the next match, Bob?
All right, next match. The four-way women's match. Mia Yim, Tegan Knox, and Shotzi Blackheart. No, it's a 3-on-3. I'm sorry. Versus Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, and Raquel Gonzalez.
I think the heels win. Keep the thing
I think
going.
the heels win.
LeRae. Her
Yeah.
and Gargano are going to be the power couple at the end of the night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What
And
is
then,
this trash
awesome.
on my TV right now?
Well, what about you, Antonio? Which ladies are going to win? Good guys or bad guys?
who's the hottest?
Whoever.
Depends if you like Shotzi Blackheart or not, then I guess.
African American. Stop.
Finn Balor versus Damian Priest. I hope Finn Balor kills him.
Finn
Balor all the way,
Finn
right?
Oh, yeah.
Finn.
Priest is such a waste of space.
Okay, so this band is called
Damian
Code
Priest or this band?
Both.
Both.
What's up,
Ciampa
Eddie? What's
versus
up, Eddie?
Karrion
What's up,
Kross.
Eddie Winkler?
Eddie Winkler, yes.
What's up? What's up, baby? Yes, everybody in the chat, please hit like and share to your social media. Let's get as many eyes in here as we possibly can. We want to give that damn Funko Pop away.
I don't know. I think I'm going to keep it now. It's worth $50, I think.
All right, what's next, Bob?
Then, all right, so
this is
Tommaso
long.
Ciampa versus Karrion Kross with Scarlett.
I think Cross is going over. I think they're going to build him up, dude. They brought him in with too much hype to have him lose already.
Yeah, I think
I agree.
I'll go Cross.
the opening will push him over in the match.
Yeah.
You don't put that much time into an entrance, you'll just to bury a guy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Charlotte Flair, the Omni Flair, versus Rhea Ripley versus Io Shirai. Flair coming over to NXT has not improved their ratings one
It
iota.
made me go to sleep.
Yeah, why would it?
That's the whole reason they moved her over there. So I think
It's
Io
dumb.
Shirai takes this, which I think is unfair to Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley should never have lost that title. It should be Rhea versus Io in this match. Charlotte should not be there.
You know what's so disappointing? Everybody's hating on Charlotte, and she
It's not
might
her-
be. It's not her fault. She might be the
No, it's
best
not.
wrestler on the roster, female wrestler on the roster, and
No, it's
everybody
not her
hates her
fault.
because she has been pushed down our throats.
Yeah.
I think Charlotte's
I
going to win.
don't think she's a better wrestler than Becky
I'm
or
gonna-
better wrestler.
Becky's
than
not
Becky's
so-
gone.
Oh,
She gone.
Becky is a
Gone.
better wrestler.
I
She
know.
makes
You're
personal
right.
decisions.
You're right. She's not on the roster. Well, she's still technically on the roster, but I've never loved Charlotte
under
in the
contract.
ring. Like I've never loved
Wow,
her. People
really?
praised
She's
praised
so
that
good.
NXT
Charlotte is
match
one of
when
the-
she left with Natalia, and I didn't like it all that much. She's always
Charlotte
really
is
stiff.
one
She
of the
doesn't sell
10.
good enough to me, but she's definitely not bad by any stretch of the means. But yeah, I
She's
don't
more than not bad. She's
I
one of the
want
10
her-
best female wrestlers in the world.
off my screen.
All right, here
She
comes
didn't get that
Shotzi.
much.
Here comes
I gotta go
Shotzi in the little
Yeah,
the mini
Shotzi.
tank.
The mini tank.
What matches do we have left, Bob? We got to get to them
I'm-
really quick.
That's it,
I'm
man. That and the title. Adam Cole versus Velveteen Dream. I think Adam Cole's dropping the title here. I think
Yeah, I do too.
he's either going to AEW or he's going to the main roster.
I'm going to go crazy and say that Adam Cole retains and stays in NXT.
Wow. You
Well,
know,
if he is, I know Vince likes to get the title off of guys if he's not sure because they're saying
Yeah.
his contract is actually up in August.
September.
So
I thought it was
Let's all,
September.
let's all be quiet.
although I
Let's all
did-
be quiet for just a moment.
All right.
oh, Lord.
All right,
Oh,
go
come
ahead.
on. Give me a
Wrestler
break.
come out or-
Oh my god.
Tegan Knox. Dakota
Yeah,
Kai's so much better
You,
than her
you shut me up for Tegan Knox.
What does that?
man.
What does that mean, Yul?
in every single way possible.
I got weird.
Well,
feelings.
Eo's got them all beat, so I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
she's
go-
not in
I'm-
this match.
I don't give a shit.
It doesn't matter. The most important, well,
I'm
that's
just a
one.
fan of Tegan Knox, man. I think-
All right, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Hey, I'm going to
No
go
Tony
Rhea Ripley,
Storm.
Rhea Ripley and Adam Cole in the last two.
What about Mia Yim? What do you think about that? Two Northern California girls. Oh no, wait. Southern California. Shotzi's Northern California.
I
Yeah, Callie.
Like Mia Yim. Mia Yim's
Yeah.
good.
She's all right. I still think Shotzi is better as a heel, though.
Oh no, I disagree. I don't care anything about her.
I think.
Oh, you think she's better as a heel than a babyface?
Yes.
Have we seen her as a
Yeah.
heel?
No, I'm saying that I think she would be better as a heel.
Well, she might, but I mean, start off as a face and then go that way. I think is a better way to go.
I'm
Yeah.
a fan of Dakota Kai too, man. I really am.
Yeah, I
Yep.
think she's upped her game.
I really didn't like her when she was a face, but man,
Oh yeah,
I
I
love
love
her
that
as a
whole
heel.
that whole angle too. I love that whole
Yeah.
angle.
Oh yeah, much better.
I worry about both her and Tegan Knox because they're like the Rey Mysterio of women. It seems knee injuries are plenty. Oh, I mean, I'm sorry. Let's keep it current. They're the Jinder Mahal of women.
Oh, dude,
Damn.
Oh
Dude, did you see
man, I
Jinder got
feel
injured
bad for
again?
Jinder.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, wait, you mean this juiced up guy's having problems in
Dude.
Wow.
Dude, that picture, Antonio, that you tagged me in, he was so
There
like,
you go.
vascular, just veins everywhere,
Should've
and
been
right
quiet
at
for
knee
this.
surgery.
Candice LeRae back there. Right there.
I was wanting him to. I don't know. I don't hate on Jinder, like but it does look like
Sorry, I should have done
he's
this.
got to that point in his career where he's going to start having consistent injuries. His body's just going to keep
Yeah.
breaking down.
Well, and I mean, he's not like the youngest person anyway.
Isn't he like 38, 39, I think? So
Yeah, and I mean, he didn't have quite the physique that he did in the last few years. And I mean,
Are we getting ghosted?
He's only 30. I don't know, maybe.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, our viewers are down compared to normal. I wonder if we're getting
Well,
ghosts.
Ethan was streaming, so
Yeah, well, it's wrestling.
Yeah, well, it's wrestling.
yeah.
I think that's over anyway.
Everybody that's in the chat, like I said, share this out to your social media. Let's get some more eyes in here.
Yeah,
Some
let's
more
do
fun.
that.
What are your
Good.
predictions?
Yeah, you got to tell us in the chat, especially right now, which heel or face is in this
Cold Planet.
match.
Heels.
Heels all the way, right?
Heels. I think the heels absolutely take this, man.
Agreed.
Well, I mean,
So
I like these types of matches because you can spin off feuds from here if you want.
Yeah, that's true.
And
It's
it-
not bad. It's not bad for an opening match either. Sometimes I like to come out hot out of the gate. Give me like a main event type match, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not a bad opening match.
except for Raquel, I think all of these chicks can go pretty good.
What do you know about her though? I mean, she's really not. I don't know
Well-
anything about the girl other than she showed up.
Yeah, me too. I mean, she's had like one match, and she's the big strong person as we're seeing right now.
Yeah.
But she's.
Eddie Winger said heels draw better as
Right.
champions. I agree.
She's got
Of course
size
they
at
do.
least. I
Heels
mean,
need the belts, and they need to cheat to win, and the baby's got to chase.
Yep.
She got that China-like build.
It seems so simple.
yeah.
Oh, no, dude, she's not.
I think she's a
Wrestling-
good-looking woman. Also,
Wrestling
she's got a
booking
nice
is very simple, Jill. If you know what you're doing,
Why do they always try to complicate
because
things?
Vince is a freaking idiot.
Ahad, that what you're saying is against the law. You can't
Yeah,
live stream.
unfortunately,
Yeah, I don't know if you're you most likely are not in the United States, but in the United States, what you're describing is illegal.
Yeah, we'll get the stream will get killed and we'll get arrested.
Yes.
But hey, if you can find an illegal stream, go find it and come back and hang out with us and talk about it with us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there are sites you
Well,
can
you
do
can
that.
watch it for free right now. They're doing you can say the 30-day. All you gotta do is go
This
to
is the last
Was
time,
that
right?
just a chest bump?
Yeah, this is the last time that you can sign up for the free 30 days at the WWE Network. Go to the WWE Network, sign up for free for 30 days. You can watch this, and you can also get the next pay-per-view as well because that'll fall within the next 30 days.
Oh,
You know what I
thought they
hate
took
about
it
that
off
though?
the
I
site.
hate when they do that. Like when a bunch of people flood in, the network starts lagging during pay-per-view.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but
hate
Nature Boy Ric Flair is the best ever. Woo! Yes, I agree.
I watched right before we went live the picture I took showing me set up. I had the WrestleMania of him and Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair's last match. That's what I watched right
I
before we
love
went
that
on.
match
But it
too.
wasn't
So
Ric
good.
Flair's
One of the
last
best ever.
Come on, it wasn't Flair's last match.
It should have been his
I
last.
will forever acknowledge it as.
It should have been. I will say this. It should have been his last.
Yeah, now
Flair's
he's
last
saying he wants
match
to
is still
wrestle again.
going on.
He still
Yeah.
wants to wrestle.
It's not been booked yet.
Yeah, dude, he just said he wanted to do one more
He
match.
kicked out. He kicked out of the Grim Reaper's finishing
Exactly.
move a couple times recently.
Jeez.
Mm.
But anyway, Ahad, Nemesis.
There you go.
Being here, appreciate it.
Yeah,
Candice LeRae in the match.
Here comes a
finally.
dive. Everybody's got to hold themselves together.
Yep,
but
yep.
Yep.
definitely watch
Group
the
together,
No,
group together.
No, no,
That's-
no.
yeah.
Oh.
Now here's the thing. She's as tall. I'm gonna say this. She's as tall as China, but she does not have anywhere near the muscle that China had.
Oh no.
Do you think she's as tall as China?
Well,
I
that's
think
because
she's-
she looks
oh, yeah.
feminine, Bob.
Well, I agree with that. I'm just saying
She's
that
next to really short ladies.
Yeah, she's not like Lionel
well,
Rose.
she's not
okay?
like 6'5". I mean, she's probably like 6'1".
How tall is China?
China was like
I don't
6'1".
I'm looking it up right now.
That's what I've been hearing. I don't know if it's the next
Oh.
network payment, but it's coming up soon.
You know something I like seeing people do.
Is the price going up on the
5'10".
network, or what's going on? Is the price going up on it, or
No, they're
No.
canceling the 3-month trial.
Yeah,
coming
the
up.
3-month trial is going away because they're putting out a free version. Of
yeah,
it.
they have free. It's going to have 15,000
Oh,
hours
no
of
kidding.
content,
Mhm.
and
Their little shows that they do,
That's fine. Give
table
away the
of
crap.
three or whatnot.
Yeah. Come on.
I like.
Vince
I
Mc-
actually like those shows.
the little cartoons
I like
and all
most
that
of them.
stuff. The little Mickey Mouse cartoons.
Vince will-
What's the
I
one
don't
they
care
call
for
on the
the
road? When they're on the road, what's that
Oh,
called?
I
In the
love
car?
those. I love
Yeah.
those.
What
when
is
they get
that
in the
called?
car.
What is that called?
Road Diaries.
Road
Road
trip.
Diary.
No, that's
it's
Colt.
not.
That's Colt Cabana.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, go, man.
Come
What
on,
is it
Candice,
called?
kick out of this.
I can't remember.
But no, I mean, obviously, I have. I'm assuming the others here all have paid WWE. I have paid WWE.
Oh yeah,
I've had it since day one and never
Right along
canceled
with
it.
me.
There
Right
you
along.
go. I love that
Yeah,
show.
I'm glad Candace is allowed to have her natural hair color again.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks so nice.
Isn't that
Oh,
great?
that's
Isn't that
fun.
that
Hello.
grayish purple stuff, man?
her
Yule's picture's much better than that gray.
her
hair.
vignettes with Gargano, she can have him. It's all right.
Yeah.
That's good enough stuff. I'm all right with it.
They've been really good, really good.
I thought the one with Mia Yim
wow, hold
and
on.
Keith Lee was good too.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, it's so nice that people are being elevated. You know,
Well,
in these
NXT
things. Yeah,
That's
of
what
course.
happens. That's what happens there.
Oh, I love
Did
NXT.
you guys, everybody besides me and Antonio, listen to the FTR interview with Cornette, right?
I haven't heard it yet.
Oh
And-
God!
I
Yeah, I was
love
listening
that Brian. I love that Brian last asked some questions, and he said, "Is Paul Levesque?" He didn't call him Triple H. He said, "Is Paul Levesque? Do you feel like he has your back in NXT? And then once you get to the main roster, he doesn't really have your back?" And they're like, "I respect Triple H."
Oh, that's a yes.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
whatever. Yeah.
No, there were a couple times where they wanted to tell Triple H stories. Now you remember, I think it was Cash, and he said
I
I
love
talked
Cash.
to someone.
Yeah.
I talked to someone that was pretty high up in the cup, and Jim Cornette was like, "Can you name a name?" And he's like, "No, I can't say anything." But he was terrorizing the backstage. Now, anybody that's old school and knows the history knows that terrorizing was Triple H's first name.
If you didn't, then
Yeah.
Cornette said, "So you're saying this guy had his nose in everybody's business?"
Yeah.
She should have kicked Raquel there. It would have been better.
Yeah, but yeah, he was terrorizing the. I was
But
like,
that's because Vince is in control of the main roster and Triple H is in control of NXT. That's why NXT is better.
And well, that not only that, but Triple H knows that it doesn't make any difference what he says to Vince up when it comes to the main roster.
Vince is going to make the final decision. Vince is
Yeah.
going to make that final
Vince, I'm
decision.
banging your daughter, and I've all your grandchildren.
She's gonna get
I
past.
haven't seen any predictions in the chat yet, guys. Who's winning this, man?
Me.
So that was a pretty good job isolating the face for a long time.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Tessa Blanchard is there. How did she come out?
Yeah, right.
And anybody that Vince wants to gets called up out of NXT and gets
Get
buried.
out of that.
Well, Vince can call
What
up
is
anybody.
everybody? What we are not synced up as usual.
No,
Okay,
no.
what does everybody
well,
see?
I tried.
Mia Yim is
Soul food into the balls plex.
No, I haven't
Yeah,
got
yeah.
that yet.
Okay,
I
just
saw
got that.
Right there. Okay.
They're both
Just
lying on the
got
mat.
Boom.
Yeah, they're both lying out.
Shot. I got that.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm cool.
Rodriguez just got back in the match, and so did Tegan Knox.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's where I'm
as
at.
usual,
You guys are-
Hollywood's like far ahead.
Yeah, he's like
You got
I mean,
this
5
good
Hollywood got that good
man.
internet.
Yeah, you're always ahead, Hollywood.
Well, whatever. Come on, Candace. Let's kick some ass.
She's not even in there. You'll
Tegan
Tegan
like
Knox.
this.
Hey, you know what?
That's
You
what
can
I
kick
see.
ass as a leader outside too, mister.
Well, stop confusing the situation.
I was
Well,
watching. I was
whatever.
watching NXT last week, and my daughter said, "Does she have
the
dog
hell was
prints
that?
on her back?"
What dog prince?
Yeah. I said, "Yes, she does."
You got Yule wants
Oh,
Yule wants
Powerball.
Candace. You got Yule wants Candace, and Antonio's over there talking about Tessa Blanchard,
I know.
confusing the hell out of everybody.
Did you guys see the ref
That's
again?
good.
before you guys-
Frank?
Kick out. Not needed.
Huh?
Man.
Somebody
All
was
right,
late. getting
they're
in the ring
splitting
on
off.
that.
They're splitting off to their rivalries now.
Yeah,
Here we
yeah,
go.
yeah.
This is good. This is good booking. This is good.
Yep.
Yeah,
Go
because
down.
Mia and Candace will have some
Yeah,
some
yeah.
good
I'm-
ass matches.
You know they're going to have an intergender match too. You know they're going to do that.
Mhm.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I hope so.
That means
Oh.
it's a
I really
transgender.
miss those.
This isn't
Antonio.
AEW, Antonio.
Oh my bad.
was-
All right.
Choke slam.
Oh, there it was. So
Nyla
All right.
Rose is there. Oh my God.
just because you're ahead doesn't mean you have to make fun.
Oh,
Well, he
What
could
the hell, dude?
pause
Oh,
it for a second. It's always a risk pausing the network, though.
I know. I was starting
It's
to.
always a
That's
risk.
it.
That's it.
I told you who was going to win. I told you guys.
I don't remember you saying that at all.
Boogie, you're the smartest person
6
in the
minutes.
world.
Dude, I don't think
Shit.
that's 5 minutes, man.
I don't remember what Boogie said now. I didn't write
I
it
said the
down.
Hills were going to win.
Oh, you did? Okay. Well, I didn't think Candace was going to get split up.
Oh,
from
nice.
them, so there
I'm
you
just
go.
glad that Tegan Knox got the pin.
That's great.
Yep.
Does she or does she not look like Sonya Deville, everyone? It's a
Raquel?
little almost too,
How
yeah, it's a
dare
little
you.
too
Oh,
close
yeah,
for me.
totally.
How dare you?
Great.
How
Oh,
dare you?
yeah.
Just not as small.
Why is that a bad thing to say?
Well,
I
it's
didn't
really
say
not.
which
It's like-
one's
really- it's-
better.
It's actually not. It's actually
Probably
not.
bad for her.
I'm
well,
not
it's probably bad
insulting
for Sonya
Sonya.
Deville. Really.
They're both like
not
cut up
insulting
and
Sonya.
in great shape.
Yeah.
The best thing Sonya Deville did was change her gear. Like when she
Oh, for
changed
sure.
to she looks way better in that gear.
Dude, it's all about the gear. If you have crap gear, oh look, Drake. He's such a good actor.
Let's not go
Oh my
there.
God. You still think that was a work?
Yeah, I really
Everybody
do.
go
You
get
think the opening
Wow.
online interview was a work?
No, that
You mean
was
his promo into the phone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
No.
do.
Wow.
I do. I've seen enough of Rockstar
You're jaded.
on Impact. You know what, Bob? That
Oh
made
yeah.
me feel-
Yeah, get Bob. I didn't say it. Get Bob.
Clip
I-
this at 21 minutes.
I didn't know.
I wish I
I'm
could get out of the middle. I don't want to be in the
I-
middle of these two.
I am Jade. Bob, I wanted to ask you a question. You're not in your usual setup, but is it usually a TARDIS that you have behind you on the wall?
I have a Doctor Who poster behind me. Yeah.
That's
Where
why.
are
so-
you, Bob? Are you at work?
I'm at work.
Bob's at
Wow.
work.
Oh, so that's why you don't have
I don't
an
give
alternate beanie on, is what you're telling me.
Nope.
Uh huh.
I was
He's all
gonna
professional.
demonetize this immediately.
Wait, are you at work? Are you at work?
Oh,
It's
here we
already
go.
demonetized. You guys already did it. Are you
No, it
at work
was
all
we
night?
only did a.
Yeah, I'm at work till 1 o'clock, man.
Wow.
Hmm.
You got a hard
12
job, Bob. Tough job.
12-hour
Rhea
shift,
Ripley,
man.
Spider-Man there.
they pay good. They pay good.
No.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
But
You
you
got
can watch.
That's
But
why
you can
he's
watch.
watching
You can
wrestling
watch a
right
full
now.
pay per view and live stream during it. It's a very difficult job.
Yeah.
hey, Boogie,
It has
he's
its
at work.
perks.
He's at
What?
work. And
Necessity.
he's at work and he stole my phone.
Yeah.
Stole your
I'm
phone.
using his phone to broadcast because
What are you guys like? Bunk buddies or something? What is this? You guys
Apparently,
roommates?
Hollywood brings him whiskey, man.
Yeah.
Good friend. That's a good friend.
Damn good friend, man.
Well,
we
bourbon,
get,
baby.
And I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna drink half that damn bottle once this month's up.
Hey, you can do it now, Bob. It's okay. You're released from your
No,
contract.
man, I'm sticking to it. I'm sticking to
Good
it.
for you, Bob.
Can we
I
get
wish
Joel
I had
Adler
that
back?
kind of.
How dare you, Yul?
Well, I'm not saying bad on you, Boogie. I'm just saying good for you, Bob.
I made it.
I'm not
what,
saying good for you, Boogie, but
2
good
days.
For you.
I made it 2 days.
It's 2 more days
Are
than
they
I
ever
did.
gonna push Finn Balor again?
Yeah, that's
No.
what I'm saying. Are they,
No,
yeah.
they won't.
Yeah, I'm like, dude.
That's bullshit. If I was
He
him,
got hurt
man,
a couple times though, and I know Vince don't like that.
yeah. If I was him,
Yeah,
man,
the most important time when he won the belt.
Right, he
Yeah.
ruined it that first time. Sorry.
Sorry, Bob.
Too bad,
No.
so sad.
But if I was
Also,
him, I
he
would
shoves his crotch in your face far too much. He
I-
loves
once the-
doing that.
once my contract is up, I'd go back to New Japan.
Yeah, he'd be
Oh
big.
God,
He'd be
here we
huge over
go.
there.
Okay, chat. I want to see some action here. I want to see some movement. Who's got who in this match? Damian Priest versus Finn Balor. I got
could
Finn
see
Balor,
them. I could see them putting Priest over because they're
I
going to
can
push
too.
him.
which is I hate the idea of it, but
So what's next for Balor? If Balor loses, what's he do next?
nothing.
Is there anybody that's nothing? There's nobody
Who
in the
knows?
wings that has been bugging him. I can't think.
You know what I like about AEW? Like in WWE, it seems like you lose and then you're destroyed, or you lose,
Yeah.
or you lose and it doesn't even matter. It's like there's no. I like that Lance Archer lost to Cody and immediately cut a promo and said, "This is one loss. I'm here to terrorize people. I'm going to kill people and hurt people and win matches." And it's like he gets some fire back. Whereas it's like SmackDown. Why did AJ Styles have a match with Drew Gulak? And it's
Oh,
like
that was weird.
if you're
That
gonna
was
have
weird,
that
dude.
match, you got to say, okay, whoever wins gets the title shot. Like AJ, but even then it makes no sense.
That's what I thought they were going to do. I thought he was
well,
gonna
AJ was a coward, so why would he do that? Like none of it makes sense. And then so he loses, and now you're going into an Intercontinental title match coming off a loss. It makes no sense.
Because that would have been
Agreed.
meaningful. It would have had given you Daniel Bryan versus Gulak for
That
the
would have
title.
been great. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the week before, he was saying he didn't want to wrestle anybody. He wanted that free pass, and
now all of a sudden he's doing. Now all of a sudden he's doing favors. Oh,
I thought that was the thing. SmackDown was awful, by the way. SmackDown was
awful.
It always
terrible,
is.
bad.
Oh, it was terrible.
But I
It was
agree
so
with
bad.
Adam though. He said Balor's become a gatekeeper. That's what I think too. I think they're just using him for whatever they feel like and putting people over.
And I mean, if that's what they're going to do with him, well, whatever. He's going to go out and have great matches, but it sucks for him because he's way too talented for that.
You didn't like the women's match on SmackDown? I thought it was good.
The tag match was good.
Yeah, the tag match was good, but the
whole
show
show was
overall,
built
that
to
was
that.
the only thing though.
I was a little upset. I thought AJ and Daniel were supposed to be for that night, and I was like, "Oh."
they taped that show. They taped that like 10 days ago, at least.
I know.
Yeah.
That's why I thought it was on Friday.
Have you guys seen where Carl Anderson used to screenshot that right there and then put the little peanut emoji over his nuts? He would do it every week,
Carl
man.
Anderson.
Every week. It's so funny.
Oh my god.
And his hot Asian wife, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, there's my good friend
we
D.A. My good friend D.A. Brewer, referee in the match.
Really?
He follows me on Twitter. He wrestled with Adam in Georgia, and
There you
I
go.
got to meet him. Super nice guy. Super nice guy.
You know, if
What was his,
WWE
Boogie, what was his name? What's his name?
D.A. Brewer.
if WWE finds out that you use his name, they're gonna shut us down.
Yeah, he's just generic in shape black referee, right?
That's what it is. Exactly. Taller than short.
I don't know. That's too many qualifiers. Use
Yeah, you're
generic
right.
or in shape. One
I
or
give
the
him a
other.
lot of credit because he used to be a wrestler and he was very mediocre at best. And then he decided he was going to referee, and at first he was not a good referee at all. And he just worked and worked and worked, and now, I mean, he's pretty good. He's your stereotypical WWE referee, but he's still good.
Sure.
Well, he's got to follow whatever narrative they want him to.
Right.
So,
Looking
They-
to bring Brock Lesnar back at SummerSlam.
oh boy.
Why?
They need a crowd if they're going to bring Brock. Otherwise,
Yeah.
what's the point?
You mean a crowd so he
That's
could throw
amazing.
something in it?
Yes.
Frank Caraway said, "Evening, fellas. What's up, dude?"
Did you ever mail him his print? You didn't, did you, Bob?
Nope.
Absolutely pathetic.
No,
Oh, wow.
I got
Oh
it.
my
I need to do that though, man.
That was like 2
Now
months
that-
ago.
Well, now that all this BS with COVID and everything is over,
Oh, I see.
Nice excuse, right? Antonio's been shipping comic books for 2 months.
dude, I ain't. Dude, no, I went to
it
the
should be
post office.
illegal.
Dude, I went to the post office once and I was like, screw that.
If you can
That
ride
place
in the
was
streets, you
treated.
can ship packages. It's okay.
Well, now,
I got my-
now after all
I
the
got-
BS is over and we found out that it was all crap anyway.
Yeah, I got my Cornette book in like 3 weeks. You can't even send this guy something.
Shut
2
up.
months ago.
Oh, that's gonna.
Did you read that yet, Hollywood?
I did not. I just got it.
Oh.
It's really good,
It's,
man.
yeah, it's really good. Really good.
Is that
Cornette's such a
the hardest
storyteller.
part of the mat, actually, Boogie?
I'll get that to
The
you.
apron? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, because that's where the steel beams are.
Sure.
Yeah.
And you've already told me that the ropes do actually hurt, right? I mean, we've seen people.
Dude, I went to a wrestling school for one day. I hit the ropes for like 5 minutes and I was like, I think I'm going to quit.
When I was in wrestling school, we used to beat people like Bob up and laugh because they didn't come back the next day. That ain't a
Yeah.
lie.
Well, that's how you weed them out, right?
I've seen many of them give
Talk
a
about
very
the-
high dollar deposit only to never come back.
I was with the guy that bought into that, you know, oh, it's all fake and everything. And then I went in there and was like, oh, shit. Forget it.
Do you do the special wrestlers that live above the trainer's home? Do they get a cut of it if they get people if they weed people out within a certain time?
No, but
They should though.
Hello, Big Daddy.
Big Daddy's here. He's going to talk about it.
Oh,
He's
hell
talk
yeah.
about
Big Daddy does.
weeding people out. We dude, we trained. My trainer, it was in his backyard. We would set the ring up. We would train, and then he would have a show. We would load the ring back up on the trailer for the show that weekend. I took many a trips to. You were talking about the four of us, or well, now the five of us, if Hollywood's going to go to an outlaw mud show. I wrestled at a racetrack. We would load the ring up in his backyard, put it on a trailer, take it to the racetrack, unload it, set the ring up, wrestle, load it back on the trailer, bring it back home, unload it, set the ring up for training on Monday.
How long did
I
you
went
wrestle
to
for,
a mud
Not
show
very long,
at
few years.
At a town a town fair, like the fairgrounds.
Get married and have a baby; it'll ruin your wrestling career.
Adam Monette said this crowd's been standing for 105.
You know how
hours.
Becky feels then.
That's how.
Yep,
That's
I do. Although I don't have her bank
To a
account.
certain point. Yeah, right.
I didn't have her bank account when that happened.
In my bank account.
how's your
Come on,
bank
Balor.
account, Antonio? How's Brand doing for you?
Almost at 23,000.
23.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta get
Get
that
there,
up.
get there.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I see Ryland's almost up to 10,000 there, Boogie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dude, but he's one of those guys, man. He is like, everybody that meets that dude loves him.
Yeah, Brian, that opening music act was not good.
If that was your last interview,
That
Boogie,
was terrible. Ugh.
wasn't
that
that
was
the
the
same
last
band
interview.
from
Sorry.
Takeover Portland? Wasn't that the same band from NXT Takeover Portland?
Sounded like it, like hot garbage.
Yeah. They had that say. I didn't, I've been to too many metal shows though, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
my
was it,
former
Okay,
roommate.
I just had a flashback to. Did you watch Robin Big, Antonio?
Oh, all the time, man.
Okay,
Yeah, that was
we're
my show.
we're Robin Big, right? You realize that in life that you and I are Robin
Do
Big.
work. Do
We are.
work.
Still, you do work.
I went
But
to
you just
God,
reminded
man.
me. I
Still
picture you
open.
at the metal show when they bought out that like little truck and like revamped it, and they did the metal show. And I just picture you with a nipple out and like a little tassel on it, just swinging, like Big Black.
Oh man.
I love Robin Big, man. It killed me when Big Black died.
Oh man, that was sad for me, and I was that just messed with me, man, because I followed him on MySpace.
I love that guy. I love him and Rob both, man. God, I love that.
He had his rap group, the Chunky Boys. I followed them too.
Yeah.
The Chunky Boys.
Volpe.
You dirty girl.
Chunky boy, baby.
She's a dirty girl. She's a dirty girl.
Yeah.
Volpe JP said Justin Matthews was supposed to be the next superstar.
Yeah, he knows what's up.
Yep.
So,
NXT, keep screamo music alive and relevant.
so Boogie and Bob think Damian Priest are going to win. Is going to win.
No, I said I could see them putting Priest over. I want Balor to win,
Oh
but
no.
I get the feeling that they're right though. I think Balor's being used as a gatekeeper, and I think Priest is going to go over in this.
Yeah, that argument makes a lot of sense.
Sucks balls. But what are you gonna do?
What does that mean when like a guy like Gargano can't beat Finn Balor?
It means
I mean,
bad. It's
He's
bad.
never
Yeah.
been to the main
Bad
roster.
Yeah.
writing.
Exactly. That's what I think. He's
He
going to
hasn't
only
been
ever
let
win
through
down
that
here.
gate.
Did you ever see his old SmackDown work? He came out as like a leprechaun or something.
No, what was it? It wasn't a leprechaun.
He was a mayor of like some Swedish
It was like
village
an
or something.
elf or something.
Yeah.
Like a holiday elf.
Oh
It
my
was
God,
hilarious.
I think you talked about that on Colt's podcast, actually.
That's how I found out about it. I went to YouTube immediately.
I love when you do that and you go to YouTube and then everybody in the comments is like, I'm only here because of Colt's podcast.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Eddie Winkler wants.
That was
Priest
the
to go
dumbest
over.
thing Cole ever did when he stopped doing that podcast. I know he's bringing it back or whatever, but that was the dumbest. He had so much. He was like the Joe Rogan of wrestling. That was the dumbest thing he ever could have done.
Yeah.
I think you just got burnt out on the same repetitive format over and over and over. But I agree with you. It sucked.
He was
when
making more
changed
money
it.
off of that than wrestling.
Oh
though.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Big
That
time.
lawsuit had to have something to do with it.
Oh, yeah.
You think so?
I had
You
to
think so?
burn him out a little bit at least.
Dude, the dude was worried for
Mentally.
his entire future of all time, basically.
I kept hoping that him and CM Punk was going to squash everything, but that don't look like
CM
that's
Punk
gonna happen.
is a cad
Dude, have you
for
seen
that.
You've been seeing
I
that
don't
stuff
care.
that he's been posting about AJ.
Yeah, I don't dig on that either. I mean, whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
we all know
That-
AJ has his things.
Yeah. No, but I'll be honest with you, man. I recognize his ability and everything. I've never been a big Punk fan, though. I was.
Oh, I love Punk, but I don't like what he did to his supposed best friend. I would not do that to my best friend when I have millions of dollars in the bank and my best friend is grinding on the independent scene trying to make a living.
For all time.
Yeah, it doesn't really make
basically.
sense. It's like, was there something else going on? It just seems so weird at the time.
Yeah. To turn on your best friend.
Because
He probably
For years,
scored
for
some
years
alcohol for AJ or something.
That's the whole. That's the whole.
Here, have a
monster
beer,
thing, man.
AJ Lee. Took her to the dark side.
Boom, boom, boom.
I think he. Poor
He
Colt.
goes up against Sammy this Wednesday, I think, doesn't he? Colt Cabana.
You know,
Does
it's
it-
because of Colt Cabana's podcast that I have a modicum of respect for the Bella Twins.
Oh,
Why is
geez.
that?
Wow.
He
Check
told
this
a
out.
story. He told a story about them. I can't remember who he was interviewing. I mean, it was
were they banging
one
two
of the
guys?
early.
Oh, no.
No, Antonio.
Sexy party.
Oh, okay.
Sexy
My
party.
bad. Okay.
No, he was giving them props because he said, as annoying as they are, or you may think they are, every single Raw or every single event, they were back there asking everybody, what are we going to do? What are we going to do on TV? When are you going to put us on TV? They're advocating for themselves, which is why you see them, doing the escorting for the hosts and all that stuff. So you may not like what they do, but they certainly spoke up to get themselves on TV,
And
which
John
many
Cena spoke up
wrestlers
when
will
he
not
was-
do.
But when John Cena was banging Nikki, he spoke up and got her a bunch of TV time.
This
too.
is way before the John Cena Nikki thing.
Ah,
This
okay.
is way
This is
before
back when
that.
they actually look like twins, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
before Nikki
Yeah.
had all the face work done and the boob job. Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
It's
I'm
like,
so
wait, they're
happy that
identical twins?
I'm so
That's
happy that
wild.
Nikki figured that out. She's all, I gotta figure out a way to distinguish myself from my sister.
Oh,
Antonio.
here's two real clear reasons.
Antonio,
Jill,
this is... Sorry, Hollywood, go ahead.
No, I said, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They definitely should have not had that tag match when Brie came back. Oh my god, that was awful.
Well, they can't
awful.
wrestle. I'm not saying they can wrestle.
She
I-
was so freaking rusty.
In
Big
spite
Daddy,
of wrestling, they've made a
I
career
think-
for themselves.
Yeah, Big Daddy. I think Balor's career is already in cruise control right now. Here, I don't think they're ever going to push him back up again.
I think you should go to AEW. I would love to see him.
God,
go to
it's
AEW.
just
What will he do in AEW though? Like
We gotta
to
start
me, his
funneling
personality is
people out of
very
AEW.
mediocre.
What he did in New Japan, lead
Yeah.
the Bullet Club, and everybody
Okay.
loved him and hated him. He
Yep.
was polarizing.
No, I think, but right now though, man, I think the best thing for him to be to ride out his contract that was done and then go back to New Japan.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
revive-
or
I
Revive-
wouldn't be mad if he went back to New Japan and beat the hell out of Jay White and took back the Bullet Club because Jay
Yep.
White's a joke.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Jay White in charge of the Bullet Club.
I am thinking about renewing New Japan World, Bob.
Dude,
If you're gonna be
man.
talking about it,
My god.
Yeah,
let me add some more wrestling. Let me just watch 48 hours of wrestling a week.
well,
You
we
guys
could
have
start.
to have
Well, the-
some
the- the- the
Japan.
good thing
I
about
mean,
New-
the Impact Report's forced in. Why
the
not?
good thing about New Japan
Right.
is it's not like wrestling over here. There's not that many shows.
Yeah, it's not structured is the problem.
No.
Like you'll have a big show and then it's like that they put basically the same as a house show. It's like they go through this loop and it's like so weird to figure out what
Even-
to watch.
Even
And all the
shows
house
that
shows
they
mean things too, though, right? To like the main shows.
Yeah.
Well,
right?
a lot of times
Like-
they're tag matches though. Like the whole card will be tag matches.
make. Yeah,
Nice.
but
Wait a second.
storytelling is
I don't know
F
what's
that,
happening.
F that
No.
bump.
Hold on a
F
second.
that bump.
yeah, they do most of their storytelling in the ring rather than like they don't do a whole lot of vignettes and stuff. They do some
Yeah.
some backstage stuff, but it's not a whole lot.
It's usually
I-
in ring work and then the backstage interviews in front of like the little New
Right.
Japan banner.
Yeah.
I basically have only seen any of like the big shows. You know,
He looks
wanna
like he
take a
almost overshot that.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
that
did,
was
he
rough.
did, dude. He
You don't want to take a bump like that, Boogie?
No. Although
Yeah,
I
yes.
did take a backdrop onto
Ooh.
concrete on
Yeah,
the
he didn't
thumbtacks. one
flatten out
time.
enough. He didn't flatten out enough of that, man. He's
It needed to be placed a little farther, maybe.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think you're right on that.
We had like little 2x4 boxes with thumbtacks in them, and I took a backdrop into the thumbtacks, and the worst injury that came out of it was my elbow hit the 2x4. The thumbtacks were fine.
Sometimes it only goes so far in.
Yeah, that 2x4.
As long as they're
jacked my
not
elbow up.
Balor.
healthy.
what does
Bullet
Big
Club,
Daddy
baby.
mean? Priest is a rarity because of his size, because he's so big or so small, or
I think he's being sarcastic.
okay.
Wow.
But he looks like everybody
Wow,
else.
there it
to
is.
me.
He looks exactly like Donovan Dijakovic.
Yep.
Yeah. Ain't getting over on Balor today, bitch.
So
All right,
what
let's
happens?
get
What
some
happens to
crotch
Priest now?
threats now.
Let's look at this booking wise.
All right.
You bring Priest in, you hype him up, you do these vignettes, build, and just loses to Finn Balor for what? What?
You know, it doesn't do either of them any
He
good.
can-
Points.
It doesn't elevate Balor, but
Nope.
if Priest beats Balor, it elevates Priest. So
Yes.
all of that was
Priest
for
ain't
nothing.
ready is what it means.
Why
It's
I
like,
thought
keep
that-
working on
that's
it.
why I thought Priest was tonight. This doesn't. No, this is bad booking.
Uh-oh.
Digga-digga-digga-digga-digga-digga-digga-digga-digga-digga.
Oh no, Bob!
Come on,
No one does the robot anymore.
He's just totally frozen now.
Bob's frozen.
Oh, that's good. I
Oh,
like
he's
that.
a talented big guy. Okay, that's what you meant. That's what I thought you meant.
4.
What?
Back with us, Bob.
Okay, we're like Bob just messed everything up.
Colt Cabana.
Somebody's breaking into the building and Bob's using up all the Wi-Fi.
He's like, I gotta call the cops. No, not that shot. Boogie almost spit on his
Oh,
computer.
it's coming out the nose.
Oh no!
Oh man!
Oh, they're gonna
Oh, look
shake
at that
hands.
vein on the side of Priest's head right there.
Go
Dang.
put your penis in his face now that
Don't.
you're done with this match.
You'll,
Push them.
you'll.
Look, he's doing it, yo! He's doing it. Look,
I'm a little behind
Metaphorically-
everybody. He's like,
metaphorically, he was doing it.
oh, look at that,
He
everybody.
aimed it in his direction.
If you
It's
look
the
like
Ouroboros or whatever the
if
hell.
you look
it's
like
Oh,
Finn
damn.
Balor, would you ever wear a shirt?
It-
I'd go to the gas station just
I
shirtless.
guess, yeah.
I'd go to Walmart
Oh yeah.
shirtless.
Oh,
But would you rub your crotch in people's faces?
Probably.
if I was taking shorts, maybe.
Would you wear Speedos to the beach?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And would you film vignettes for a future wrestling segment?
Oh man, I just would not get a hand
I would have never.
tattoo.
I would have never quit wrestling.
I want
Have
to
you
get a
guys
hand
seen-
tattoo.
I
I've
like
mentioned
this
this-
tattoo.
What?
I've mentioned this in chat before, but look up at Kevin Sullivan wrestling in Florida, and there's like hour-long chunks of videos that you could watch. Hilarious stuff. A lot of him in a Speedo with women on the beach, like
Which
doing
is probably normal at that time.
Oh yeah, for sure. They're in Florida. They're just like doing weird, like satanic things. It's hilarious. I love it.
Bob
I
gets
have a
booted
very
right when his
weird-
girl is.
I
on
know.
TV.
Poor Bob. I really
Is
enjoyed.
that why his camera went down?
Must be.
That's right.
Must be.
I really enjoyed the vignette that they put together with the 3 women, and the underwater EO scene, and then conversation with Rhea and Charlotte. I thought that was really well done. I liked it.
Yes, and the Purple Haze Big Daddy for sure. It's I don't know that it's not like great wrestling per se, but it's great wrestling.
Ooh. Oh, here we go.
And it's the evolution of Luna Vachon. You can totally see Kevin Sullivan.
wow.
No, I'm sorry. Woman shaves Luna Vachon's head and turns her into the
I thought you were
Luna
gonna say she
Vachon.
shaved something else. I was like, oh god.
No, well, I don't know. Maybe it's like weird, wacky stuff, man. Seriously,
I'm
But
switching my pick,
Luna
by the way.
Vachon kind of had like blonde hair like mine, like this, and they totally shave her head and turn her into one of them. And she's crazy ever since.
She was crazy before that.
Oh, sure.
How long is this tonight? 3 hours?
2 hours.
I say
think,
2 hours because all the in your house stuff was always shorter anyway.
Yeah.
in NXT.
Well, what is there? 6 matches? We're 45 minutes in for 2, maybe 2.5 hours.
Maybe.
You know that main event's going to be a long, drawn out.
I'd say if we're
cinematic.
lucky. But wait, there's only 2 more matches after this, right?
I thought there were 6 matches on the card.
No, you might be right.
You got Gargano. You got the women's match. You've got Adam Cole. And then what else?
Keith Lee.
Keith Lee.
No, that's what this is.
That's Gargano Lee, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm just saying Keith's gonna go over. I'll be shocked.
I agree. I'm now switching. No power couple tonight, unfortunately.
No, plus it gives them more to whine and moan about, him and Candice.
But I
LeRae,
still will crow if Gargano wins. So there you go.
It better be a real crow.
Oh no, I'm not going
I'd like to hear that.
None of that.
Not too much. That's our Cleveland boy here, okay?
You mean like
we got also Champ
Sunny.
and Cross, Champ and Karrion Cross.
Oh, that's the one.
So we got 4 matches left.
Man, I don't want to see
it'll be
Ciampa lose
Cross
to
on
that guy.
Yeah, it's gonna be Cross. Yeah, because I'm like he's going over.
Ciampa
He has to.
I don't want to see
He
Ciampa
has
ever
to.
lose.
I don't either, but he has to lose that match, or it's why else would you bring
Meaningless.
Karrion Cross in and build him up so much?
I think so. Damian Priest is kind of like going down and almost the same character, but with Scarlett is Karrion Cross.
Oh, 100%.
So it's just
And
like
that
a different
entrance.
shade, you know.
That
Yeah,
entrance.
exactly.
Is this the old set?
Oh, that's amazing. That
it
is
the old
amazing.
set, or did they redo the old set?
Oh, you know they redid it, but
But they keep everything, don't they?
that's true too. But it's in a warehouse somewhere.
Yeah, it's because Cornette talked about that.
And what in
How about they
Stanford,
have
I'm
like
assuming? Oh,
they
they've
have
done
all the
shows
old,
on that.
They used to do vignettes with their archivist.
they have
I
all the
remember.
old caskets from the Undertaker's
Yeah.
casket matches and stuff.
That was
Yeah.
on that Saturday night one on like Spike, I think. Where
Oh,
they had
Confidential.
Yeah,
WWE
that's right.
Confidential, that's right.
They
There was
talked
that
about
one where
WWE Confidential on Jim Ross's podcast because it's the episode about when Stone Cold Steve Austin walked out of WWE, which was a great podcast, by the way. That his, they did 2 hours and 15 minutes. And
Did Joel tell you we were at the Raw that right after he quit?
and The Rock
Oh,
came
wow.
out.
Oakland, and the Rock came out
yeah, he
so that
talked
the
about
crowd
that when
didn't
they-
go insane.
Dude, it was awesome. It was like, oh, here we are to shitty Raw, and Stone
Yo.
Cold's not in the show anymore. And then The Rock came out, and it was like, oh, this is cool. If you smell what I'm cooking.
You ready to bask in his glory, you?
Yeah, I'm down. I like Keith Lee a lot. I think he has a lot of potential, and I would really like to see him go up to the main roster. Probably Raw more than SmackDown, but like he would. This is a guy to go up against Drew McIntyre.
Oh,
If you're
he
feeding
proved
Drew
it.
McIntyre
I like to
people,
see him go up. I like to see
You
him go
mean
up against
lose
Brock.
to Drew McIntyre?
he
Well,
would lose to Drew
He
McIntyre.
proved he could go up against Brock at the Rumble, and the reaction they got was amazing.
Tell
Yeah,
me
that-
about it.
When people go up to the main roster, they stagnate. That's it. Like, there's no more room for growth. He's going to lose to Drew McIntyre, and that will be it.
No.
Hashtag Vince.
No. But I
Hashtag
like.
Vince.
I like.
So,
what-
do we
what-
really want him going to the main roster?
Not really. Not if you enjoy his work. No, probably not.
If
Well,
I
I'm more
want
of
him to
a
make
guard-
money, yes. If I
Yes,
want him
exactly.
to keep being a great wrestler, then no.
Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah.
If you
Keith
get
Lee
crowds back,
is getting called up. He's going to get called up to the main roster, and he's going to be, he's going to be a looter in the Riot.
Oh my
Side.
God.
That's what they're going to do. This is going to be like,
Yeah,
I've got some
Antonio.
good shit for you, pal.
That's
Some
Antonio's
sort of
concept.
stereotypical
You're
BS.
going to be a looter. All lives matter, pal.
no, but if you get a live crowd back for SummerSlam, just put him in a match against Lesnar.
Oh.
Dude,
You mean lose to Lesnar?
well, I don't know.
No. I think Lesnar puts him over. Honestly,
Really?
I think
I
Lesnar
do.
doesn't have a problem
You
with
smoking
jobbing.
crack if you think Lesnar's putting him over. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know
Seriously,
if I agree with that, Hollywood.
I think Lesnar would put him over.
Come on, Gargano.
Is it really his choice?
Lesnar will do. Yeah, exactly, Jill. Lesnar will do whatever Vince tells him to do. And I
'Cause
wish
he only
somebody.
cares about the money.
I wish
As long as
somebody
it's
on the
3
wrestling
minutes.
council understood that Thursday night. Besides me, when we're talking about Jeff Hardy.
As long as it's 3 minutes,
Yeah.
then Brock Lesnar will do whatever Vince tells him.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's what
Leave
it's gonna
early.
say.
Give me that fat stack, and I'll give
And
you
put
3
me
minutes.
at the beginning of the pay-per-view. I don't want to be there long, so put me first so I can get out of here.
I think they should take Brock Lesnar. And look, the guy, we know he likes to physically get involved. I would like to see him wrestle a few times on Raw rather than come out and have Paul Heyman talk for him at the same time. You know what I mean? What a waste of Brock Lesnar, him just standing there. They could do that. They could tape all his vignettes for a month back at his home, and you wouldn't need to see him. You know what I mean?
I do feel like I've seen it like 1,000 times. Over.
Like
Paul
when he
Heyman,
threw that car door.
Every
people were like,
interview,
"Whoa."
every interview Paul Heyman does is exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He's so stale now, and he's
I agree, Boogie.
He's one of the best on the mic in the business, and he is so stale.
Yeah.
You're
He's a
still
character.
Boogie.
He's
I am stale.
really going through the motions.
That's why I got like 15 people watching us on YouTube because I'm stale. I'm not getting $1 million paycheck, Antonio.
we have YouTube followers too.
What?
That's good.
Well, Antonio did change his look up. You freshened things up, Antonio.
Oh, when he was streaming, I was like, Antonio, so fresh and so clean. Just goes from
Nobody don't ask me. I dress so fresh, so clean.
so fresh and so clean.
Yeah.
I was like,
That record came out when I worked at Tower Records. It's like ingrained in my brain.
I still think I have
still
the
got my CD.
Yeah, I was gonna say the CD is in my car.
He's pissed off here.
I got 400 something CDs in my house, even now, even though I've never played them in the last like
Me
6,
too,
7
me
years.
too. They're in the garage. Actually,
I'm a
right
CD
now.
guy. I hate digital music.
It's all CD. It's digital.
Plus, a lot of my
No,
favorite stuff.
but what
isn't
I'm
even
saying is-
digitized.
I still want CDs to put in my
You
car and
still
play.
want to put the actual
Yeah.
but it's still digital. That's the whole point.
No, I'm not
He's
talking about.
knocking
I'm
on
not.
the door, you
I'm not
guys.
talking about sound quality.
He locked
Why
it.
don't you guys? Why
idiot.
is Johnny Gargano knocking on the door?
He
like
locked
can't
it,
go
that's
around?
why.
But he can't.
Because that
Grab him by the-
gigantic man is coming to kill him.
But he can just go around.
Wait a minute. That
He doesn't
looked
have
to
funny
go
because
through
he
the
dropped him.
door.
Did
You gotta
see that?
smash through it,
No,
right?
I didn't like that because he dropped him
Oh,
and he
no.
immediately went in the ring.
That's
And
how
he-
you can tell he's a smart big man.
That's
He
what I
didn't
was
run through
like.
the door.
I was like, that looked phony, man. I was like, what? He dropped him and he immediately went in the ring and then. Okay, here we go. They got a door cam. Love that.
I was gonna say y'all are so far behind me.
I've been watching some of this.
I feel like Jill is in the same place I am.
I
Gargano's-
think we're about the same. He's crawling to the ring. Gargano's in the ring. Keith Lee's stalking him.
Gargano
Now
should
Keith
have-
Lee's getting in the ring.
Gargano should just
Is that
jump
where
in
you
the
are?
middle like Marty Jannetty did.
Gargano just threw a bunch of left hands and got pushed off. Now here comes some more left hands.
Testify said they worked at Good Guys Superstars with Tower Records in them, Jill.
Yeah, I've got a lot of Tower stories. That's for sure.
Oh, I see. You got that. Good.
Is
I like
Bob
Keith
coming
Lee.
back? Has anybody talked to Bob?
Well,
I
he
don't know.
probably, like you said, had a break in or something like that.
Hold on, let me see. Maybe I think that's him back. Let me see what's up.
Oh, he's probably been in that infamous 6 spot that nobody can see down there.
Yeah, I was sitting there for like 10 minutes.
No,
You
I was
can't-
watching-
you can't-
he
you
hadn't
can't
been
see
there
it.
that long 'cause
Oh.
You can't see it on the screen.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but he put a message in the thing, and I saw it light up, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, it's like the worst when that last person comes in. They're down. You got to scroll down to see him.
Now
I'm gonna
I'm
say
in the
something
middle. I don't like being in the
controversial.
middle. I don't like
Uh-oh.
being next to Yule.
I think AEW, or I think NXT has the best roster. That's what I think.
Wait a minute.
Are you
Bob, can you hear us?
like best all
You
around?
think AEW has a better roster? I mean, you think NXT has a better roster than AEW?
I like NXT almost always, even when they have
Even
a
now that
call
they've
up.
called up Matt Riddle and all these other.
Woo! Well, I mean, SmackDown has a chance, but as far as a better program, I still like NXT overall more than even AEW. AEW
Oh
does
wow,
things-
really?
and I like a lot. Like Adam Page, I like a lot. I like Britt Baker right now is kicking ass in her while she's injured. But if I'm talking about like a women's division overall, I think NXT is better. AEW's got it.
Their
on
women's division is,
Tagra,
Yeah, the women's division.
their
is
women's
better
division is
than
definitely
NXT.
better.
but AEW's got it on tag wrestling. But I think as far as like male heavyweight wrestling, I still think look, you got Gargano, you got Keith Lee, you got Adam Cole, and
But you're not talking about talent. You got to take booking into account when you're
Right.
talking
What
about
about
I
the
think
overall
NXT has
feel
great
of the
booking.
show?
I mean,
Yeah,
What
but
do you have?
exactly.
What do you have more fun watching out of all the
Exactly.
programs?
He
Exactly.
got
Probably
guys better on his ass.
AEW for me.
Then that's the best product.
That's
Yeah.
a freshness. I mean, 3 years down the line, will I be saying the
Yeah.
same thing?
I think so.
saying for
I think
3
you'll like it.
years.
I think you'll like it even more in 3 years
Well,
once
I
they
hope
start to
so.
grasp.
I mean,
Once they grasp how things work, I think you're gonna like it even more.
I
Do
hope
you
so,
guys
but
not
like for
see that
3
Keith
years,
Lee has Black
or
Lives Matter on
more.
his ass?
Oh,
He
no, I
had it
didn't
on
see
his.
that at
He
all.
had it on his coat when he came out. On his
Oh, yeah,
work
he
coat.
got it on his ass. That looks. I know he's trying to make it sound. He's like you got Black Lives Matter
Oh,
on
of
your
course.
ass.
There it is.
They should.
Lee
Yeah.
remind. That's
What's
Oh,
wrong
oh.
with the butt?
Yeah,
Butts are fine.
That's the
Yeah,
perfect
let's put it
place
on
for
my
a
ass.
slogan.
That's where
Hey, what
everybody's
happened to you,
looking.
is someone going to come out and cut a promo on him like Tully did for Sean Spears?
That was still stupid with his face on the. Yeah, I didn't know.
That was awful.
That was
That
dumb.
was so horrible.
Yeah.
It was
Big
anyway,
Daddy,
it's
Big
still
Daddy said
ingrained in
on
my
that point.
brain.
He does have a bit of a Don Morocco look to him.
But
He's a hell of a lot more
I wonder
Morocco
if
than he was.
I wonder if AEW saw the reaction to that online, and that's what led to the Tully promo, or if it was all kind of planned to be goofy and stupid, and then
Well,
Tully to bring him back in.
I think it was kind of reset him.
Uh-oh.
And you'll just
Bob's
give,
struggling.
Yeah, I don't know what's going
Yes,
on.
Hollywood.
Poor
you
Bob.
just got to give Archer Cage.
Am I roboting or?
Archer
You
Cage,
were cutting in and out. That's why I
you
was like,
know,
oh, shit.
MJF
MJF,
and
yeah.
MJF and Jungle Boy some time, man.
Sure thing. I just think if I've liked
But
NXT
I'm not
for a
comparing
long time.
rosters. There is no doubt in my mind who has the better roster at WWE.
That's a different argument.
Well,
right,
yeah.
exactly. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. But if you have more fun watching AEW, then I would say AEW is the better show.
I think if I was only judging by women's wrestling,
No, women.
I
Why
would
would you
definitely.
though?
Yeah, what
Why
are you?
would
What are
you?
we making weird categories for you?
Well, what I'm doing is
Surprisingly, WWE is a great women's wrestling right now. They get a lot of
They do.
time. They get a lot of segments. They get a lot of matches.
They have the best
but I'm
matches
not
on
judging the
SmackDown.
show on that.
No, but they have the women do have the best matches on SmackDown pretty regularly.
So-
Yeah, I agree.
This is all right.
Yeah.
Here's why I'm all right. I shouldn't have been singling out, but what I'm saying is, you'll see more stories involving certain divisions more in certain organizations than you will in between them all. And I think in AEW, what you're seeing that mostly in is in the tag division. But when you're talking about the TNT division, you got to win a tournament, or you've pissed Cody off and he wants to wrestle you. But
Well,
there
that's
is
all we've
nobody
had
else.
is the tournament, though. To argue
Serious
that.
question about AEW. Do you
I
think
can do that
because,
for the heavyweight also. Yes, Jill.
like, they're all wrestlers and they've all been in the business and they all do what they do very well. But do you think, like, having a show and dealing with all this, like, there's going to be some growing pains? Like, maybe, give them 5 years and they'll kind of have tweaked it in a way where it's like, oh, we're getting some more interesting stories.
That's
or
why I
some more
think
people,
3 years from
like-
now, 3 years from now, AEW, if they can make it, there's going to be tough times to get to that point, right? There's going to be
Right.
tough times. But I
Because
think
yeah.
the people that are in charge are geniuses. The Bucks are geniuses. Cody is a genius. Omega is a genius. They are smart. They have their finger on the pulse for 2020. They do. Like
Yeah.
Being the Elite. Look what they did with Being the Elite. They built AEW off of a YouTube show.
And you get upset. Who is it? Yule that gets upset? Like the
Yeah.
Bucks will never win the titles. Listen, they're probably in their heads thinking we can't push ourselves. Like
I feel
so
that's
hardcore.
true, but
So they're gonna try. Let's let them try to find that balance, right?
They're trying to
Yeah.
build the other talent because they're already over
Right.
because everybody knows who they are.
Right. We don't want them to
Problem
get
is
lost,
the
but
Bucks ain't getting any younger now. They're not as young as they used to be.
They're the
life
old Bucks.
evolves. Life
the
Soon
evolves.
mediocre
there'll be a
Bucks.
tag team that will come in and they'll make fun of them not being young anymore. And then you're going to be like, and they've never won the belt.
And then it'll be a
you
great
know?
storyline and a kick butt wrestling match. to
No,
accompany
young
it.
guys don't keep doing that kind of stuff when they're older. And you see Matt Hardy and
The
even
Bucks
Jeff
still
Hardy.
have the same
Listen.
act they did when they began. What are you talking about?
All right, I'm being a little negative on it, but
Guys, you gotta answer Big Daddy's question.
sorry.
Well, was it he said 95? He wasn't sure if it was 95 or 97.
Where was I? I'm sure I got it. I mean, what was it? It was only like
May
1999.
1995 is the
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Was the first one in 95?
And it was a
I was-
2-hour
Yeah, it
show.
was 25-year anniversary.
I could tell you that I watched the VHS tape after it happened because I was 14, couldn't drive, and my parents wouldn't buy me pay-per-view wrestling shows.
Oh, we're very similar in age. I was born in 80.
Yeah.
Born
So
in
I couldn't drive.
75.
And I was not watching wrestling in '95.
When this is okay. Everybody answer this question, and then I have a question for Jill.
I was watching it at my buddy's house in Elyria.
20-year-old Antonio.
All right, Boogie, ask your question.
What's the question?
Working at Walmart.
So nobody wants to. Okay, the question for Jill is: when did you start watching wrestling, and why?
Well, easy question is because of Yule. I know that sounds pretty lame, but
No, it ain't.
it's true. So when it's kind of a silly. He tried to hide his love of wrestling from me when we first started seeing each other. So I worked at Tower Records. I worked at Tower Records. I worked in the mag. I dealt with all the magazines. That's when there was a whole crap ton of magazines. Anyway, we're at this place, and he was looking at the wrestling magazines, and I was like, "What are you looking at?" And he's like trying to hide it from me. I was like, "Just tell me. I don't care." And then he's telling me how he like wrestling. Then he starts telling me about like why wrestling's like cool or like
that is amazing. That's an amazing story.
EC Dub.
So then I just started watching wrestling with him, and it'd be like every Monday night. So Yule and I, for the longest time, we did not have cable for like years, and we would go to our friend's house, Crazy Steve, and watch Raw at his.
Sorry.
No, but yes.
Still going on,
Psycho Steve.
Still going to match.
Kill for me.
Anyway, so because of Yule, but also Yule would get tapes. We'd watch a lot of old stuff. I just got really invested in it and invested in like the psychology and the in-ring aspect of it. And then when the network came, I was like, oh, I can watch all this old WCW stuff I never watched. And like,
oh, you missed out.
Watch
WCW in the late
'90s.
'90s. I love late '90s WCW.
I binged it, Boogie. I binged it when the network came out. I like
funny story talking about meeting Yule and him hiding it from me and all this stuff.
Yeah,
like me and my wife, we met at the place that we worked at the time. She came in for an interview. We met each other. Whatever. I went to New Jersey for a wrestling road trip. Like I'm like 18 years old. Come back and go back to work, and my eye is completely bloodshot red because my trainer, we were having a train. Like I wasn't even a real wrestler. I was just training and took a trip to New Jersey, and he stretched me in a boxing ring in the locker room in front of everybody. It's the flyer that's back there, low key. All Manny Fernandez, all these people watching, and he stretches me to the point that I pass out, and it busts all the blood vessels in my eye. And so when I go back to work and meet my wife, it's with a busted, bloody, full bloody eye.
It's your very first time you met her?
Yep. And she's like, what happened to your eye? And I'm like, well, I'm a professional wrestler. But here we are, like 20 years later, still married.
Well, she obviously thought it was pretty sexy or pretty hot.
Guess so.
You know?
I guess getting choked out and busting blood vessels in your eyes to turn on. I don't know.
Taking on bruises is manly, right?
I think it's scars.
Scars. Okay.
Yeah, scars. Chicks dig scars.
Yule is soft like a baby.
Look at these hands. Shit. I'm supposed to be tough here.
Oh, sorry. See, that's why you keep inviting me on. I exposed.
Big Daddy's not going to respect me now. What am I going to do?
I wish we could get Big Daddy on the show.
Yeah,
Big Daddy, do you have? Bob is screwed. Big Daddy, do you have a camera and a microphone? You can do it on a cell phone. We can send you the link on Twitter.
Right?
Yeah, I would love to have Big Daddy on here, man. 32 years old.
Divorced. Wow.
I don't want to piss Bob off though. But we do have Hollywood here, so that's pretty much the same thing.
We're not kicking him off the show. He's just struggling right now, man.
I'm just joking. Gosh. Come on, Gargano.
I started watching wrestling right before WrestleMania 3.
Oh, wow.
I watched wrestling from time to time.
Talking about all the time.
Like, I remember seeing Kerry Von Erich bleeding on screen on like a UHF station. But I don't think I really cognizantly understood wrestling or getting into it until right after Rocky 3.
Really?
Because
that is so weird. Because
I watched proof,
but that's proof that stuff works.
Right? Totally,
dude. That match between Thunder Lips and Rocky is the greatest thing ever, man.
Meatball.
Yeah, and I mean that's the best like Hogan's ever been. Let's be real.
This is so great.
I mean, he's so perfect.
Trying to drag him to the ring.
I mean, that's exactly the type of thing he kind of became in NWO.
Good job.
I didn't see it yet. Oh, Jesus.
Jill
His
is
house
way ahead of
is-
you too. How is
Yeah.
Jill ahead of you in the same house?
I don't know.
At one point I had refreshed my page.
Oh,
We're
really?
both plugged in too. We're not even on Wi-Fi.
My laptop's plugged in, but I'm watching the show on my TV with the Xbox.
I'm on Xbox.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't want. I like last time I watched it on my laptop, my second
Yeah.
laptop, and I don't like that small screen.
I'm just on my laptop, but I have 2 screens, and I have an app that can split my tabs.
Oh my gosh! So
Wow.
it's tiny on your screen then.
She's like,
Not really. It's not that small.
no, it's two. Like she's
I
like,
actually have you guys the biggest though in front of me because
Oh, okay.
That's what's
does we
important.
matter?
that's
Exactly.
what's important.
Yeah, Bob. Hold up. Here we go, Bob.
There's
All right, Bob. This is your
No,
last
is this
chance,
working?
buddy.
Big Daddy, we're talking about right now. Like right now, you can come on the show. We'll kick Bob off. But if not, if you can't do it, if you,
can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Bob. I'm not going to lie to you.
it's terrible. What did you say, Bob? Bob,
Can you guys hear me at all?
Bob,
Jesus,
and you,
We can hear you, Bob.
Good
I
old Hollywood.
love you, Bob. I love you,
Name,
Bob.
Oh, I got to give him some.
Uh oh.
All right, so he's got him on his shoulders for me.
Oh no, it's no.
Oh wait,
Or-
look,
or
look,
Gargano.
look,
Oh, wait a
don't
second.
kick me with those boots, please.
There you go. Oh no,
Did you just
no.
spank her?
Does she have lugs on? That's an old product.
Who
They probably
loves?
they probably have those lying around in the back right now.
That's an old WWE. You see that commercial every time you watch Raw Pro.
I got lugs. Those were shit. I
Hey,
just
let
want
me
everybody
say
to
this
know.
real quick, Big Daddy. If you will shoot one of us a DM, whether Antonio, me, Bob, Yule, whoever, or the Wrestle Council, anybody, shoot us a DM, and we would love to have you on just one Thursday night for the regular show. So that way you can plan it and get everything set. It'd be great.
And I want wrestling stories. I want some
Yeah,
more Boogie
yeah.
wrestling stories. I want Big Daddy wrestling stories.
I gotta
want
spread mine.
to
I
hear
gotta
it all.
spread mine out just here and there. Sprinkle them in.
Wait a minute. So are they trying to pretend? Are these all these people dating each other? Oh, what the hell is this? I'm missing something.
Well, yeah, what's the
What are
deal
you
with Keith Lee
pretending?
and me
They
and
are.
him?
That's a.
They're
true
married,
relationship.
baby.
No, but what about
They're not
Keith
married.
Lee? What
They're
about
not married.
Wait,
Keith
who are we
Lee?
talking
And
about?
Keith
Brandon's
Lee's dating
married.
the other chick too, or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, Keith
Yeah.
Lee and
Keith-
Mia.
Keith Lee is with
Yeah,
Oh, I
they're
don't know.
together.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Wait, you
But
that
I-
far ahead that they're having sex on screen?
Oh, wow.
I missed that.
Ed just bringing out the mattress.
Oh,
Yeah.
take that, Keith Lee. Take that.
Yeah, move it like that. Yeah.
Oh, man. Keith Lee, you know you want to get called up.
2. Oh.
Yeah, Boogie, I used to watch the good old days with Adrian Adonis and Cowboy Bob Orton and the real Rock Don Morocco.
See,
No,
but I was. Go ahead, Joe.
I was just gonna say, Adrian Adonis is a pretty great wrestler before he got super out of shape. I really liked.
One.
Anyway,
2.
Watching
How's it-
the flower shop in Piper's Pit.
Well,
See,
I see
I was
that,
born
but-
in '81, so many of my wrestling memories are like Hulkamania and then Smoky Mountain with Cornette. That's what I grew up on. But I've watched a lot of obviously old school NWA, Mid Atlantic. I've done my homework because the guy that trained me demanded it.
what
A lot
about
of
when the
Lot of
network
Memphis.
first came out? Like I went when they first started putting up all that old stuff, like all the Kerry Von Erich and stuff. I can't remember all the different territory names, but
I wish they would
I
have put up
binged that
more.
stuff.
I wish they would have put up more Smoky Mountain. They put up a little bit, but not a lot. That's another thing when I
Oh,
ordered the
they put-
Cornette book.
You say he had 200 episodes. I thought all of them were up there. Is that not-
Smoky Mountain?
No, they're not all up there.
No, I thought they only had a handful.
No, Jim said they had 200.
I need to go look. If they've got 200 episodes, that's what I'm going to be doing for the next
If they have 200
week.
episodes, I haven't seen them on there.
I actually ordered one of the big Smoky Mountain pay-per-views that Cornette offers on his website. Like all those shoot interviews he sells, I can get them on High Spot, so I'm not going to buy those.
Bask in his glory, Antonio.
Oh, boom.
Hollywood, you are
Oh,
such a
that's
spoiler.
his glory.
When he look at
Yeah,
him,
me
look at
and
him, a
me and
smile on
Hollywood-
his face.
Me and Hollywood need to shut up. We need to. I'm scared
I
to
just think
pause
it's
it
funny.
though.
Wait,
No,
Keith
don't.
Lee
You
won?
can't
You
pause
don't-
the network.
No, I'm
It's
just
too
joking. I saw it.
difficult.
I want to pause it, but I'm scared. I'll
don't
try.
pause
I'm gonna
it.
try
Don't pause it.
I'm
No,
gonna try it.
don't.
I'm gonna try it. I'm
Don't.
gonna try it.
I don't think you should.
I think you guys are what, like 5 seconds behind?
Don't worry about it.
I'm fine.
Damn, I'm gonna be 57. Holy cow!
Wait, you?
No, I'm looking at Big Daddy's comment.
Oh,
That's a veteran. That's a man I respect. That's a man I
Hey,
want to
yeah.
sit under
Cool.
the learning tree of and hear him tell me how to have wrestling matches. That's another thing that pissed me off in that FTR interview when they said that they went down to the Performance Center and that nobody was talking to Ricky Morton. I've shared a locker room with Ricky Morton many a time, and that dude will teach. He loves to teach. And the fact that nobody in that PC wanted to talk to Ricky Morton is a problem. That's a
that
problem.
just tells me that they're not wrestling fans, or you know what? Not even that they haven't even seen anything on the network.
They probably have no clue who Ricky Morton is.
Well,
Right,
that's
exactly.
One of the
They
best
don't-
sellers of all time.
Even
All right,
I know who he is, but I became obsessed with wrestling. But still,
So, Boogie, supposedly wrestlers don't like fans when they come in the locker room. Like, they don't want wrestlers that are fans of the,
You're not supposed to watch wrestling, which is the
Right.
stupidest thing ever. But the
I
wrestling
understand.
business is changing.
it is. Now, could a person, let's just say a person that knows this, who is getting into it, I'm going to be aloof when I come in to talk to Ricky Morton. Because I don't want him to think I'm a mark or anything like that.
Well, you're an idiot. Big Daddy says, I'm a mark. That's the thing. Anybody that's ever stepped foot in the wrestling ring should or probably is a mark. Period.
I would
Like,
hope so.
Why did I become a wrestling fan? Because I can remember being 6 years old, sitting in front of my TV, this little tiny TV, eating freaking cheese crackers and fruit cocktail because we didn't have any money because my parents were divorced, watching Saturday morning WWF. I can
But not
remember
old
going to the
wrestlers.
matches.
Old wrestlers were like football players.
But
And-
once I got into the wrestling business, I wanted to learn wrestling. And that's when you get in the car with the guy that trained us, and we'd go down the road to Kentucky, to South Carolina, to wherever we're going, and he would tell me stories. And there was one time we're driving to Kentucky to a show for Jim Lott, which I think it was Jim Lott. I think it was one of Jerry Lawler's tag team partners. And he asked me, do you know who such and such is, kid? And I said, no, I don't. Right hand, right to the jaw as I'm driving the car.
dang.
And I just look at him, and he says, I'm going to tell you who it is, and if I ever ask you again, you better know the answer. Because that's the way that he was trained. And whether it's right or wrong or indifferent, I was educated, and I was expected to learn the wrestling business. And that's why I
Shotzi's
respect.
a messy eater.
That's why I respect these old school people. And my wife hated it. My wife hated the fact that I was beat up, I was stretched, I
bet.
abused. I was abused. That's it. But that's also why when I got in the ring with young guys, after I was trained, I beat the hell out of them and I made them respect it too, because that's the way the wrestling business has changed. That was 20 years ago.
Hardcore Holly would be proud.
Yeah, that's the type of guy that I was trained under, is a guy like that.
Oh, Bill DeMott would be proud.
Yeah, I love Bill DeMott.
Bill DeMott got fired for abusing.
Yeah, yes, he did.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I feel like he was kind of a scapegoat firing at that time, but that's
Probably he hadn't gotten a job again because
so long ago at this point.
Big Daddy, my nickname, Boogie, came from handsome Jimmy Valiant, the Boogie Man.
Boogie Man.
Because I went to train with Boogie, because the first time I showed up to train, they stretched me, they beat me to death, and me and my buddy were like, I don't know if I want to go back. So then we went to Boogie's to train, and the guy that ended up training me, Bo James, called me and said, I want you to come down, I want you to work out, I'm going to show you the way. And so we went back. But I trained with Boogie a few times, and it's kind of inside story joke. That's where the name Boogie came from. And I could tell you some funny Boogie stories. But I'll save that for another day.
The
Spread it
women
out,
are the
Boogie,
main
spread it
event.
out.
Yeah, spread it out, Boogie. I hear once every blue moon, Jimmy Valiant gives out that Boogie name. Is that true?
No, he didn't give it to me. No,
I'm sorry.
But my
I
shoot
stole
real life name is on the wall in his wrestling school, because the guy that trained me is in tight with Boogie, and Boogie basically said, bring your boys up here. Even though we only went up there like maybe 6 or 8 times, and then we trained with Bo James. And he said, bring your boys up here, and I'll give them an official diploma and put their name up and all that stuff, because I like you. And
That's
it.
awesome.
Boogie, you could go to Boogie's and train and be 14 years old and get in the ring and have a match. He does not care. Yeah, Brian Caraway, the coffee table story. We'll save that one for another day. Brian Caraway has heard all of my Boogie. He knows my Boogie stories.
Is he one of your boys?
Yeah,
one of your bros?
Yeah, he's real life.
Bruh.
Bra.
How's it going, bruh?
Yeah, Boogie is a good dude, man. He's such a good dude.
That's awesome. That's
Let me
good to
ask you
know.
guys this: are we surprised that they didn't drop the Cole Velveteen Dream angle after the picture
That got
came out?
squashed, dude. I don't think it's real. I
I haven't heard anything since. That's
No,
for
Yeah.
he said that the pictures were his, but they were leaked against his permission.
Or like
Right.
stolen from his phone or
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah. He said he did not deny that the photos were real. He
Right.
said that someone.
They didn't get sent to who it got sent to.
Yeah, but the stuff about the underage girl, that's all bullshit apparently, because he's not in jail.
That's
He's
what I
in
mean,
jail right
yeah.
now. He'd be in jail right now if they knew it was an underage girl and they could prove it. He'd be in jail right now.
I think
Yeah,
you're right.
It seems like a frivolous scandal that this time they just moved on from it. Just like, whoop.
Well, the only problem is their track record.
I'm happy
would
that they didn't
suggest-
bury him, though. That's what I'm trying to say, because I was like, whoa, you see other people do stuff and they go, oh, no, you're done, dude.
But they were hardcore against what's his name, Enzo.
Wait, is this the backlot? Here we go. Cinematic.
Yeah, it is. All right, so
Cinematic WWE.
my question is this going to be better than AEW's main event at Double or Nothing?
This is so stupid.
Do they
This
have
is
to
so
be compared?
stupid.
Why
Why
would you
does Adam
compare-
I wanna
Cole own
compare
a
'em.
monster
I'm
truck?
comparing the two
This
companies
isn't even
right
a
now.
main event, though, y'all. Why would you compare a non-main event with a main event?
Because
this
it's
is the main
cinematic.
event. This is
That
the
wasn't
main
a main
event.
event either.
I thought
Uh,
there was a women's match or something.
Charlotte's
Oh
the main
God, that's the main event.
Yeah.
Well, it's after this.
Wow,
Charlotte
wow.
is in the main event, baby.
That's right. That's what she's done for the women's division in NXT.
Think how much
all-
money they spent on that truck.
Yeah, it's just wasteful.
I mean,
So, out here, I don't feel like, they have monster truck things in California.
It depends
but
on
it's
what
not-
city.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Is this
They're
NXT or
everywhere.
the
What are you talking
Outsiders?
about?
No, what I'm
This-
asking you is
This feels like the Outsiders. They're having the
dark-
brawl.
do y'all
It's
like
dark-
monster
it's dark-
trucks?
Yeah, I
it's
know
dark-
plenty of people that drive them.
Yeah.
It's okay. Well,
Hey, it's dark and foggy. Is this like the Undertaker AJ match?
it's exactly like it, Hollywood.
I don't
Come
remember.
on.
Did they have a truck
Oh,
like that?
and he's coming in a Lambo. Okay,
What?
you got a little bit more money than Adam Cole. You got that tough
right.
enough. Got that tough enough money.
It's a rental. It's a rental.
Yeah. He did- I
Now,
don't-
if the
was
Miz
Patrick. He
and
was
Morrison
Patrick.
came
Yep.
and smashed this windshield,
Now
I'd
we're
find
talking.
that funny.
Although when we were talking about the warehouse and all the stuff in it, the Corvette that Austin dumped the cement in is in the warehouse.
No kidding.
Mm.
Yeah.
That was pretty awesome. I got to admit. I
Oh, what
like
is he,
that one a lot.
Negan? What is he, Negan?
Yeah, what is this look he's got going?
I like it.
tonight?
He's Negan.
It is from Walking Dead. Yeah, a little comic book crossover.
I
Look, he
would
thought he
plug
could
a,
escape it.
I would plug a comic book podcast, but I can't. Did you see where I got called out?
You can
Wait,
plug
what
Yule's
about-
comic book.
No, I didn't.
podcast.
Yeah, fantastic comics every Tuesday night at 8.
I'm glad you're dedicated, unlike me, Yule.
They called you out, Boogie?
No,
Is that
they
what
just
you're
said when I posted that we were going live for this, somebody commented and said, "What about Comic Cast?"
Oh,
I hope it was Venomized Ryan.
It's exactly who it was. I don't know how he missed the original tweet that I said we were done.
Oh, he was probably crying and couldn't answer it, unfortunately.
You know what? I've never had so much fun reading comic books as I have in the last week, though.
I understand where you're at on that.
I had so much fun just reading whatever the heck I wanted to. I read a lot of old Black Label stuff that I hadn't got to yet. I finished up Harleen, which was amazing. God, that was so good.
Really?
Yeah, I
All
love
right.
it.
That was the Steven Sepchik one.
Yep, Stepan Sajic.
Oh, very good.
Dude, writing and artwork, so talented.
That dude's kinky.
Yeah,
What's
he
your
is.
thought?
And that
That's-
book's kinky, too.
All those people are kinky.
Yeah, that book was. Antonio,
You know what?
you'd like that book.
Yeah,
read
you
it.
should interview Top Cow people, Antonio.
Have you read it?
No.
You read Harleen? You should. You'll dig it.
It's trade paperbacks. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you'll dig that one. It's good, man.
You know what, Antonio? You might want to do if you ever do a sexy party that's comic book related, you might want to do his Sunstone comic book because
Dude, if you could get him to
that
come on
is-
Sexy Party and talk about that book,
get his wife. Screw him. Keep it, ladies. No,
I tried to get Jim Ballard I've been wanting to get him for a while,
I'm
man.
doing the rounds a little bit.
Yeah, I've seen him. That's why I was like, so he's streaming. So I'm like, I think I can get him if I'm just a little bit more persistent. But
I like this with the lights, by the way.
The car lights like it's a rumble.
It's causing me to have a seizure. Actually.
Don't say that.
What's your thoughts on DC Diamond?
Good for DC. I have an account with Lunar, I think it is, and we're gonna get everything set up so that we get DC Comics. If a comic store is foolish enough in our area to say they're not going to get DC Comics, think of Fantastic Comics. Woo!
Fantastic Comics.
That's right. I have a theme song.
Dude, that gets in my head every time.
I like to hear that. Cool. Anyway, yeah. So that's in short, it's like a power move, and they kick some ass over Marvel and almost every other company right now. DC, that is.
All right.
Oh, here we go.
We're bashing cars.
Yeah.
Did we just see that on SmackDown?
I do like that he Velveteen went for like a grungier, dirtier look for this.
Yeah.
He's not his usual polished
Purple
What you're
Rain.
supposed to do for a street fight.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. He's got
Dusty
his,
still has
in the
fitted
cowboy
clothes,
boots.
though.
his perfectly placed rips on the back of his
Yeah,
t-shirt.
like cut with scissors 30
Yeah.
minutes ago.
But it looks good.
It does look good. He's definitely a person I can see holding that belt. And I'm hoping he does because I think he has a lot of room to grow.
You know what? He is so talented compared to, like, I hated him on Tough Enough.
I agree.
Is this undisputed?
He's gotten better, Boogie. He used to be so terrible.
A lot better. So much better. And he's got charisma, too. Like, he is so good.
Mm-hmm. But he was injured recently, right? I hate to say, but
Stop reminding them that people get injured, Joel.
Well, what I'm saying is, injuries happen. This is not a
show
non-contact sport, right? But at the same time, sometimes you get injured because you are a little bit more fragile than other people. Having said that, I don't think he is necessarily, but you know how Vince is.
No.
Where are they? I thought they were supposed to be behind the PC.
They look like they're like on the set or like in Disneyland or something.
That is exactly what it looks
Well,
like.
it would be Universal, so what is
Maybe
this,
some
Harry Potter?
I wonder if that's where they're at.
Did you guys see that story about that weirdo that got arrested because he kept going to the performance center?
Yeah, I saw that.
I was laughing my ass. I was like, these people are weird, man.
I bet that happens more times than you even realize.
Hey, wrestlers don't get hurt. It's all a shoot, like Drake Maverick crying.
That's right. Well, Jill, you might want to answer that.
He's trying to claim his spot when Bob has tech issues on Thursday nights.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, I don't know about that, but it was when Booker T said, "Oh, that guy's injury prone," when he was talking about Sami Zayn. What did Sami Zayn do? Did he go like this? Yeah, he kind of threw his arms up.
He barely did anything. Yeah,
and he hurt his shoulder and
he did a Randy Orton.
It was in his hometown too. Oh, it was awful.
It was like the worst thing that could ever happen. And Booker uttered, "Oh, this guy's injury prone," or something like that. And that Booker was saying whatever was in his ear at that moment.
You mean what Vince was saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, JR told a story about that in Under the Black Hat, where Vince was fucking with him and having Michael Cole say all kind of foul shit about him. And I was just like, oh damn, come on, Vince. Boom, boom, Colt Cabana.
Boom, boom, Colt Cabana.
I can't believe that's his interest music. Oh, my door number 1. Okay.
All right. Well, there we go. So, everybody, we are watching WWE NXT Takeover in your house.
Yes, we are.
On Ikari Press.
Jules doing some
his
work.
channel. If you are at all interested in comic books, I would recommend you check out Brand Way of the Gun. If you haven't got the first issue of Brand, there is a set up so that you could get that. And there's also an additional add-on of a Fame storyline.
Yeah, I got the Hall of Fame pack. You can get all 3 Hall of
Boom.
Fame. Yeah, yes, the Hall of Fame is my featured perk on there. You get book 1, book 2 with the Ethan Van Sciver cover and the Fame book. Ooh.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm so excited.
I got to do that.
It makes it like I was thinking maybe I should just save all the screen captures you send us. I should just save them and just guess the dialogue. And just
we
read
could put the book together for him
easily.
instead.
Do you want to do our own dialogue for it, Yule?
Sure, why not?
Do you want to start a Indiegogo for it? We can do it. We'll call it something else.
Yeah. This is the feud we've been looking for you, Antonio.
We're gonna call him Ethan.
I was gonna call him Akari.
You're gonna call me boy. Black Lives Matter.
No, I would never say that.
Look at that. We've won Big Daddy over. He's hanging out on your streams talking comics. That's what the Wrestling Council's all about, making Antonio money.
Antonio, I have learned from Good Times that boy is a white racist term, and I would never use that word for one.
Thank you for the pronouncement, Yule.
I just saw that.
I just want you to know that.
Saw that recently. Somebody talking about that.
That was Michael who would always say that, and it'd always be like, either the father or some friend of the father, and he'd be like, "Boy," and he's all, "Boy's a white racist term," and they were like, then they would have some other quip to come back to him with. Hilarious.
You guys think Cole's gonna stay or leave?
Go.
Michael Cole? Where is Michael Cole going to go?
Who?
Adam Cole. I was so confused.
I wish Michael Cole would go.
Yeah, he's not leaving.
Somebody said Michael, and he said Cole. I'm like, what is going on?
Michael Cole is married to the WWE.
Are we
Yes,
talking
he is.
Adam Cole leaving NXT to go to the main roster or leaving to go to AEW?
I'm saying, is he going to re-sign with WWE? Is he going to be gone?
There's
It's
rumors that he
interesting.
already signed, though.
It's interesting because I think a lot of these guys,
That would
like
be-
Adam Cole, Kevin Owens, they're WWE guys, and they want a chance on that main roster. But for Adam Cole, when his girlfriend's in AEW, it's like that's the perfect working relationship. Go work with your girlfriend, right? One day a week. And Yule's like, no, I could
Not
never
to
work.
No, this is why we only do these for pay-per-views.
The
But-
new AEW show.
But you look, Sean Spears, his wife works in WWE.
Sure, but he
Everyone's
Peyton
different,
Royce.
but the
Royce.
WWE schedule
Iconics.
is pretty intense.
Oh, is he married to one of the Iconics?
Yeah,
the
Peyton
good-looking
Royce.
one.
No, okay.
Peyton.
Both of them, so okay.
And then
I'm not gonna be on screen for those
NXT
comments about the Iconics.
Iconics.
I love the
You're talking
iconic.
about NXT, like an NXT better. I think once we get back to live audience and get these guys settled, like the Rusevs and the
Oh no, they're making out. Oh my God, he's making out with it. That's like-
Well, he's more likely to, of a character, right?
Oh,
Hey, let
Well,
me say this. I know we don't have a lot of people in the chat. We got a few people hanging out here. I'm not seeing a lot of our regulars, but I'm going to plug it anyway. We're in the process of having an official Wrestling Council logo made, which means we're going to make T-shirts. If you would buy a T-shirt, let us know in the chat. I want to know.
Yay! I'll buy
Because
one.
the company that I'm going to use to set it up after Antonio gets the logo is you got to sell X number of shirts to get the print run done, and then from there on, you can just sell all the T-shirts you want. Oh, here we go. Big surprise. Roddy's there.
But I think once these guys get settled as to what promotion to go into, WWE, AEW, New Japan, I think that'll help determine on which company's better.
Sure. Obviously, what I am enjoying about NXT is not in its entirety. As far as they don't have the full complement of the roster to choose from, just like all the rest of the companies. But I like what they do with what they have, and only recently have we been seeing the Undisputed Era for the most part. And I don't know. If people leave, I think they'll have people that can fill in. that they usually have people to slot in after they call people
Oh,
up.
he's bleeding.
I think
Oh,
you're only seeing that now? Oh, no. You're really
You're
far
way
behind.
yeah. I'm watching.
Brian
Wait, I
Caraway
thought
down there in
Antonio
the
was
chat
done.
saying
Hold
it
on, let me-
depends on the logo. Let me just say this dude that's designing it has done work for a little brand called Nikkei, if you've ever watched Back to the Future Part 3.
Really?
Harley Davidson.
See,
Harley Davidson.
I was wondering when Four Knives was going to get used in this match.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna see. Can
All
I
they've
come
used is
in?
a bat and a rope.
Boom, boom. Colt Cabana.
Trying to sell T-shirts. Hollywood wants to talk
Well,
about
if
bats
these
and
guys
chairs.
only throw chairs in, it's not that big a deal. You know, it's it's just throwing in chairs.
I checked out the second it went cinematic.
Really?
Yep.
You really can't stand that.
Do not care.
Well,
I like
did you?
It's fine. It's fine. If they just did it with the Undertaker, it's fine.
This
But
isn't as
because-
cinematic as what they've
Oh,
done,
oh,
though.
Crazy Steve's here. That's not Crazy
No,
Steve.
that's
it's
not
Dexter.
Crazy Steve. That's
Dexter
uh,
Loomis is here.
what was his name in NXT? Yul?
I can't
No,
remember.
not you mean
Sam
Impact.
Spade or something? Not Sam Spade. What the
Yeah.
heck was
Sam
his name?
something.
Anyway,
Sam
He used to
something.
creep on
I was
Christy
like, oh my
Hemme,
god.
and then he
Yes.
would like grab her hair and sniff it and stuff.
Well, he
and then
convinced
he
her to
made
actually
dinner.
go out on a date. Yeah, to come over
Yeah,
and have
he
dinner.
brought her home to his house, and his like mother was yelling from like the other room, and you're like getting a psycho vibe. It was
Man,
pretty
Impact
hilarious.
had some crazy stuff go down that horrible, but
The hilarious.
I'm glad I saw it.
Now,
Yeah, now.
at the time,
Now
no.
that 10 years have passed.
Oh no, what's he
Now
gonna
that
do with them?
yeah,
Well, what did you? All right, so I loved that Gargano Ciampa cinematic match.
I thought it was better than the Undertaker match.
Yeah, for me, it was one of my favorite things I've seen this year.
But when we've got the Undertaker, we've got Gargano, and then we've got the Stampede match, and then we got the North doing it on Impact, and now we got this. It's overdone. It's overdone,
Yeah.
and I'm sick of it. It's stupid.
And he had that Fiend match.
Are we watching a movie or are we watching pro wrestling?
Watching a movie.
well, there isn't in between. We are watching a TV show,
Yeah,
right?
Bullshit.
But once
Well,
they
that's-
started,
Not
once
this.
people
This
like
is
that
pay-per-view.
started getting in the wrestling business, yeah.
Well,
just putting it
how
out
about
there.
when you have a camera? All right, so you have a cameraman that's filming things backstage, but then you have people that are, hey, let's get away from this camera, and there's a camera shooting what they're saying.
Just
I
like
mean, they do
Braun-
this crap all the time.
like the
Yeah.
Braun Strowman stuff. I agree,
Yeah.
but when it comes time to settle the score in a wrestling match, I don't need cuts and edits and all that fancy crap.
Hey, man, if this was super popular, it wouldn't matter at all, you know. But right now, since we don't have crowds, at least they're trying to entertain us in ways that, all right, it's not so different right now, but hopefully the execution is different each time.
I'm just afraid they're going to keep doing it. Now, anytime you have like a
They probably
special
will.
special stipulation, like this match would probably happen just like this, and they would show it on the screen to the live audience.
I have a new gimmick
Yeah.
match called an AIDS match. We're gonna do the AIDS match.
You know what an AIDS match is, right? It's I'm wrestling Yule and we both played. That's an AIDS match.
I was gonna say just a lot of blood, right?
Yeah, we both played. That's an AIDS match.
We both played. That's
Rub
so
the wounds
80s.
together.
Velveteen Dream is the new champ.
Is he really?
No.
No.
No. Well, you're not ahead of us. That's okay.
Big Daddy, that I agree 100% with
Hmm.
what Big Daddy said. 100%. Spot on.
What did he say?
Too much out of the ring. Yes. That is the thing I don't like more about almost any wrestling is that it isn't encapsulated within the ring, within the ropes, you know. As ludicrous as it sounds, maybe there should be an over the top rope stipulation or something. Like it used to be in the old days, you know.
But
And then you could have
would you rather watch though? Would you rather watch this or would you rather watch I don't know, Dirty White Boy versus Tracy Smothers in some high school arena where everybody wants to kill the Dirty White Boy because everybody there hates him and they get in there and have a pro wrestling match and Dirty White Boy works a hold, works a body part, for 25 minutes, and then Tracy Smothers fires back up. Boom, boom, boom. The crowd's behind him. Here we go, and then we go into the finish. Like, that's pro wrestling. That is pro wrestling. That's what I want to watch. That's why I tweeted Jim Cornette one time. Did Adam Cole just win?
He did just
Boom,
win.
baby.
Screw Adam Cole. I'm going on my rant. That's why when the WWE, we were talking about it earlier, when the WWE Network put out all the Smoky Mountain content, I was watching it, and I was like drooling. I'm like, oh my, Jim Cornette's cutting this promo. And I tweeted, I said, Jim Cornette has me wanting to buy a ticket for a show that took place 30 years ago. And he talked about it on his podcast that week. He said, I got a tweet from a guy this week that said, I want to buy a ticket to a show that took place 30 years ago because it's just a difference. And maybe it's because that's what I grew up on. I don't know, man.
It's a mindset that can't possibly be replicated today. Well, maybe.
Hey, you want to talk about Jim Cornette and FTR? We can replicate it if you go about it the right way.
Yeah, but that's working hard. So,
Oh, it's too difficult for you?
no. What I was going to say is you would work that hard for your main event or storylines that aren't belt related. But the thing is like those types of stories back then, as ridiculous as some gimmicks might be, they were played all the way down to the lowest match in the card. Whereas today it would only be the highest, level.
But don't you think AEW's trying to do that though?
Except
the fact
they play
that-
their social media, they play loose. Come on, they play loose.
But what I'm talking about is like Lance Archer losing. Where does he go from here? So he comes back angry and says, I'm here to kill people. I'm going to wrestle and
That's
destroy
why
people."
AEW is good because, like you were saying before and you said just now, it's when they lose, they can still talk and say they're still a great wrestler. That's one match. I can keep wrestling and keep the character strong. You don't have to win.
It's like MMA. I'm winning. I get a title shot. I lose. Do I just say, I'm done. I'm going back to the I don't know, the National Guard Armory to fight for $300. No.
Right.
It's bring me somebody else. I want to fight. I'm here to fight. It's like, I don't know, man. WWE just goes about everything wrong, and it drives me nuts.
And Boogie, that's going to happen next month with Fighter Fest with Cage and Moxley.
Well, yeah. Where do you go from there? Because you're building up Mox as your champion, and then here comes Cage as the indestructible
Keep feeding
machine.
them people old WWE or WWF style. I think that would be a good thing for him. And you know what? Cage doesn't have to be around forever, or he
So you're
can.
saying Moxley beats Cage. Moxley wins.
Yeah. Why not?
Big Daddy's going back and forth. He's defending me. He's defending Yule, and I think that's because there's a fine balance here. And it isn't. It's not your daddy's wrestling anymore. But I think I'm pretty loose when it comes to new style wrestling. Like the fact that I can sit down and watch PWG and love it. Like I'm pretty loose with it, but at the same time, man, I want the storylines to build is what I want.
I would
PWG tells their stories in ring and they wrestle.
They do.
That is
It's
what
straight
wrestling is.
wrestling.
They tell the
It's
stories
all
in the
wrestling.
ring. It might be silly at points, but it's still wrestling.
Well, what I like is when continuity and the rules are adhered to. After that, it could be as ridiculous as Shikara, but you go into Chikara knowing you're going to get Chikara wrestling, or even worse, like that Kaiju wrestling, right? Big monsters.
Kaiju Big Battle.
Thank you, Kaiju Big Battle. If you haven't seen that stuff, you guys, you should check that out.
But that's why I say I'm a little loosey-goosey on it, because I can watch Chikara and I can watch Colt Cabana play a baseball game in his wrestling match and be okay with it. But when I watch WWE claim to be a serious company and they're trying to make it realistic, but then they fail to do so, that's when I get pissed. That's when I get mad.
And Boogie, I was so looking forward to Jeff Hardy versus Daniel Bryan 2 weeks ago on SmackDown.
And then they take it from you. Yeah.
10 seconds after it starts with the freaking stupid angle.
And
I was looking forward to it also.
Like me and Antonio talked about earlier. Like, what a great storyline for AJ Styles to finally crash, to cave, and give in to Daniel Bryan and say, okay, you want me to throw a bone? I'm going to throw a bone to Drew Gulak. And then Drew Gulak beats AJ, And now, like, that's for the title shot. So now you got Gulak versus Bryan, months worth of storytelling, and now they got to go head to head, and you know they're going to tear it down. But no, we can't have that. Instead, we're going to send AJ into the title match coming off a loss. It's stupid. It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. The singing. Okay.
This is the best part of the show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I won't say why. Silence.
Oh yeah.
I really enjoy the way that this whole
Actually,
thing
just
works
mute
out.
everybody
I'll
but
be quiet.
Antonio
Yeah,
grunting.
well, as long as I talk like this, it's okay, right, Antonio?
Oh, she didn't do the sing. What?
Oh, he
No,
looks,
no, wait. It starts off in the middle.
Okay.
but he looks so
It'll
strong.
be okay.
Look how jacked he is.
Oh yeah.
Look how muscular he
He's
is.
jacked, all right.
Now they're a real life couple. I heard.
Yeah, they are.
Are they?
Okay.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
That's cool. Oh my goodness.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Antonio, could you go out to the ring wearing nut huggers with that happening? I'm just curious. Could you do it? Could
I'll
you
do it. I'll
There's
do
no
it.
way. Yul, there's no way.
Doesn't matter. I'll do it.
You'd be out there like Michael Nakazawa.
Yeah.
Is she really gonna do this every time they come out to the ring?
Why not? Oh,
I
can
love
you
it.
imagine this on the main roster?
I love
People
it.
will
It's
freak
great.
out. Wait
Yeah, it's
for
great.
a crowd, please.
Hey, if you're gonna do something theatrical, why not the entrance?
And then he comes out, and then she's all, and then
It's a great
good
entrance,
stuff.
man. She looks good. He's jacked. It's great.
This is his first real match
Well,
since he's been this
Cornette thinks
character.
he's the new Mark Merrow.
That's,
Dude, if he
that's a
was
good
that
point.
good, if
I
he
feel
was,
sorry for him then.
oh, you mean she's gonna be stable?
Yeah, that she's gonna be Sable. That's what. That's
we
what,
won't see him
okay.
soon, is what you're telling me.
Oh yeah,
that's what
she's gonna be with somebody else
Dude,
real
Mark
quick.
Merrow had 5 good years.
He
And
had
that
some
was
good
with
matches.
Stable too. Yeah,
That's why I
man.
was Sable
I don't
drew a lot
hate
of
him as a
money.
wrestler.
That's why I was like Sable drew.
I'm talking even in WCW. He was not
Dude,
Johnny
a,
B. Bad.
Johnny
Johnny
B.
B.
Bad.
over in
The
WCW.
crowd
though.
loved Johnny B.
well,
Bad.
you know the thing
Vince
is,
loved
like,
Johnny B. Bad. Too.
he
That's
was
why he signed him.
good. I mean,
But he didn't let it be
he wasn't
Johnny B.
great.
Bad.
Saw
No,
him
because
many
they
a
were afraid
time
that
live.
they were afraid he was going to get sued. But then when he went to TNA, he tried to be the Johnny B. Bad character again. It was weird.
well,
Yeah,
and
but
he's
he's
old,
old
you know.
Yeah,
and
he's old.
so,
Yeah, they were
I
afraid he was
like
going to get
Mark
sued.
Merrow is look. If you can put some people in the Hall of Fame, you might as well have Mark Merrow in eventually.
No way, he's not Hall of Fame caliber.
We're talking
No.
WWE.
Mark Merrow.
I'm not
will
talking
never
like
get-
the Headlock Guild or whatever you guys.
I can see him put
Cauliflower.
Cauliflower Alley Club. Come on, you.
I
They'll
know,
put,
I was
they'll put
joking.
Sable in. They'll put Sable in one day, especially to help make Brock happy.
Is she gonna have to die first, like freaking China?
Jesus.
China,
the truth.
they still
It's the
didn't wanna-
truth. I'm saying what we all know is fact.
China
I
should
would-
have got in a long time ago.
She should have.
And
Yeah, sure.
and remember, Triple H
Yes.
or Terra Rising said that well, we can't do it because of the porn.
That's a lie.
Which is such
Wow.
BS. Yeah. Come
Because
on.
Stephanie was pissed, right?
And
Uh,
everyone else in the all the other wrestlers are so clean and
No,
Pure.
this week's episode of Grillin' JR, he talked about when he said the same thing in Under the Black Hat when he was that China, he was having to console China because she was sad when she found out that Hunter was banging Stephanie, and he JR said that she sounded like Herman Monster when she was crying.
oh my god, it's horrible.
He said she said he was making fun. He was like, I'm not trying to, because she's dead. And he was like,
It's
she
true.
sounded just like, he said it was horrible. She was crying like Herman Monster.
He's not trying. Of course, he's trying to get a reaction and make
And,
fun.
But he was like, he said, look, if somebody's not wanting to be with you, there's nothing I can do about it. And she's crying in his office, like, why is he doing it?
God, that's amazing.
So mean.
It's amazing though.
Ciampa has done such a great job coming over to NXT.
I love Ciampa.
Oh,
He's
so talented.
I was wanting him to go up to the main roster. I just don't think they would. I don't
No.
think he wants to go because he said that he don't know if he would want to leave NXT. He's happy on NXT.
You ever hear his interview with Colt?
Uh-uh.
He attempted suicide.
No.
He was done. He was ready to kill himself, and I think he did the whole gimmick with the exhaust tube into the car, and he woke up with cops beating on his door and basically said, "What are you doing?" And he was like, "Huh?"
Was this one of Colt's older ones interviews?
Oh, yeah.
Like from
it's
because I do
old.
think I did hear it actually.
Yeah,
Has everybody got Crosswood in this one?
I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's all I'm
Wait,
saying.
you're wavering there, you?
No, let's see. Big Daddy says that these guys are two legit badasses. And the only thing I can say to maybe have a conversation about it is that I haven't seen that this guy has had any significant matches in NXT. Cross, that is, obviously.
I don't know a lot about him, honestly.
And I don't either. And so here's his first opportunity to kick ass on somebody. I guess the way they're building him, he should win for sure.
There are certain wrestlers that I will always root to win, like as a fan, as a mark or whatever, and Ciampa's one of them. Like, I don't care what the story is, I want Ciampa to win.
She makes a good black cat right now for Spider-Man, by the way.
Yes, she does.
Sorry, like that character.
Yeah.
I don't
too.
know why.
It's a great character.
That's what happens when you're going through
We were talking
puberty and
about
you're
that the
reading
other day
Spider-Man.
about Peter Parker. Peter Parker's supposed to be this nerd dork, and he's getting all these hot ass chicks and getting to bang them.
Dude, everybody gets hot. What about Daredevil? He's blind, and he somehow always picks out the
Sympathy, bro.
No, it's not
And
even
money,
that.
right?
It's not getting the chick. It's that he always picks the most beautiful woman. He's blind.
Personality, bro. Personality.
He that sense of smell. He can.
Yeah,
is,
that equates
he
smell
smell that
equates
love
to
bot.
beauty. I'm sure.
You've got me almost ready to pick up Amazing Spider-Man again with Nick
Oh,
Spencer.
really?
But how far back should I go?
Just the last three.
The
issues.
last arc.
Yeah.
So the one that what they
With
just
Gog.
the one that just came out was part 3, right?
Yeah. I
Okay,
think that's
okay.
what it was. Yeah. And if you can't get any but one, just get 42. It was so good.
What's the one that just came out? 43.
Yeah, 43.
Yeah. See, Dwayne's got 43, but he didn't have 42. He had 41 and 43, but not the one you're
Get
talking about.
those. I mean, 42 is a standalone. It just introduces you to the character, and it's so well done. It's only a story about that character, but I did like it a lot. And it really is.
I wish I loved it. His run has just been so stale. Like I love the Hunted. I thought that arc was a lot of fun. But other than that, I've just been so bored with it.
I was talking with a guy that didn't like the Hunted and was, kind of like tuning out. But
There was a lot of tie-ins and like 28.5, 29, 29.5.
try to stay away from that crap if I can. Just keep.
But it
with
was
the
good.
main
I
stuff.
liked it. The main was way better than the tie-in crap.
But they have some good art now. I think Gleason's doing even better than if you didn't like his stuff in the beginning, like myself. I mean, not Gleason, Otley.
I like Otley. I like Otley on it.
I don't think his work on Amazing Spider-Man has been as good as his work on Invincible.
Oh well, no. He was
But
inspired.
recently, he's been inking his own work, and his covers have been top notch. So there is a talent there that could be worthy of Spider-Man, but his overall effort. And see, this is like slamming him, and I'm not really trying to do that, but I think his overall effort isn't how you would picture Amazing Spider-Man back in the day. Think of it like Todd McFarlane compared to Eric Larson.
You think
compared
Todd
to-
McFarlane is more like evil versus like a cartoony? Like Otley feels cartoony to me.
Well, I mean, there's a definite cartoony aspect to Todd McFarlane, but I'm just talking about how people perceive the illustrator, later on. And people I personally am not as big a Todd McFarlane fan as I am even of Eric Larson on Spider-Man, but that's just me personally. And I understand that, that's all right. So Todd McFarlane does this thing that I don't like, and he does these like moon faces. And they all look like that guy, that Mac the Knife character from the McDonald's commercials.
Strikes.
Exactly. So all of his characters have this kind of moon shape to their faces. And if you don't like that, he does it all the time. And I don't like it. So I'm not that big a McFarlane fan. I would rather, believe it or not, look at like Liefeld or Eric Larson as far as those image guys are concerned, because they do things that don't have that moon shape.
Oh crap! It's over.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
yeah. I was sitting there watching. I was like, yeah, he's choking him out. Or
I
whatever.
thought that was his finisher.
Yeah.
We're talking about Spider-Man. He choked dude out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry.
Oh wow!
There you go,
Speaking
crossed.
of Spider-Man. Oh my goodness!
Oh yeah, this is the reason why we were
should mold
talking
like
about
that,
it. Her silver hair.
I thought it was the outfit.
She has silver
That
hair.
too. Yeah. Well, I mean, it all. Jessica Hardy, if you look at her, will have that long silver hair.
She has
then a
hair?
Full
I thought it
black.
was- you mean
costume.
Felicia Hardy, right?
Felicia? I mean, sorry.
Yeah,
I didn't
I
know
know
she
that
had
bitch's
hair.
name. I know that bitch's name.
I know that bitch's name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Felicia Hardy.
Felicia.
Who did I say? Who Hardy?
That was really
Jessica
short.
Hardy.
You said
You're
Jessica
probably
Hardy.
thinking about Jessica Drew.
I like her too. Those are
Yeah,
my two,
so did
like,
I.
growing up women characters in comic books. Oh, both spider related.
I want to get that issue where She-Hulk bangs Juggernaut.
I have that one.
Yeah, I always thought that.
See them
was
in bed together, and you're like, "What?"
Yeah, She-Hulk was getting around there. She was.
Yeah, she was.
She was.
Before she looked like a man.
No, they were.
She's
drawing
still
her
getting
like a
around.
woman.
Don't you worry about that.
I was reading something.
She looked
I
like a
don't-
man now.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I was reading something old. I don't remember if it was Burn. I don't remember what I was reading. And no, it was Civil War, and She-Hulk was in it. And I showed my wife. I said, "Look at this." I said, "You see what she looks like?" I said, "Go ahead and Google She-Hulk 2020 and see what pops up." And she was
Cross
like,
Glenn,
trained
what
by
was his name?
Disney.
"What
Glenn,
the
whatever.
hell? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh!"
Is that Disco Inferno?
Yeah, Disco
Glenn
Inferno was
Gilberte,
one of
I
the.
think
Yeah,
his name is?
he trains. I know he trains guys.
He's another one of those guys. You know, he you look at his character and his shtick, and you don't believe in him, but by
I
the
always
end of
loved
the
him
match,
on WCW when he was, especially when they start having to come out with the NWO. He was coming out.
well, yeah,
I gotta pee. I gotta pee before the
I
main
thought
event
he
starts.
wasn't a bad wrestler at all. And as far
Yeah.
as like glue or having a character come out on the show,
Vince didn't
He's one of
believe
those
I think-
underrated wrestlers.
yeah, I again, he kind of fits in that Mark Mero slot. The problem with WCW is they had a lot of those kind of people. they had an Alex Wright,
There's your band for you, Code Orange.
You know,
and they didn't let go of their guys either. They let people like them stick around for quite a while. It felt like.
Are those the people that played at the beginning?
Yes, they
Yeah.
are.
The chick looked like
Orange,
she was
whatever, the Orange,
from like
whatever.
The Ring,
Code
that
Orange.
movie.
Code Orange or whatever the hell, Orange Cassidy.
Pockets.
Yeah,
Code
yeah.
Orange Cassidy.
Oh my god, I've just
Oh, that'll
Googled
be
She-Hulk
funny if Cornette
2020
goes out there
myself.
and they have Orange Cassidy. That would be hilarious.
Oh, what's that
have,
dude's name?
Oh, he got
Jill,
fired.
from Impact.
What's that? That's that Robert Stone guy.
Um,
Oh, Renee.
Yeah, he used to be an
Man,
Impact.
a Simpson shirt?
He was.
Yeah, he was like a New Jersey, a Jersey Shore character. Why can't I think of his name? I'm blanking.
was-
Hold
can't
on.
remember.
Antonio, when it's FTR versus Road Animal, Buck and Balding Buck, that's when Cornette will come out.
But what? Hold up.
What? What?
Road,
That's what I'm like.
he calls him Road Warrior Buck and Balding Buck.
Robbie E. Robbie E.
Oh,
Robbie.
Robbie E.
Well, it calls him Road Warrior Buck, so Matt Hardy or Matt
Road
Jackson,
Road Warrior Buck and Balding Buck.
and
And
Balding
Balding
Buck
Buck,
is
yeah.
Nick Jackson. So
That's what Cornette calls them.
Yeah, which I love.
they're the indie. Matt Jackson is the indie taker, is what they call him on the scene. So
I
I've
bet
heard.
if they let Cornette come in, they'll probably say, "Hey, don't talk about his hair balding because he's sensitive about that." Because I've heard he's very sensitive about the bald.
You know, we all
He's been
are
bald
until we.
forever.
Yeah, but people, no, when he shut his Twitter down last year, that was shit. People was going in on his ass.
When I first started seeing you, only had the worst hair I've ever seen. I
Me
eventually got
or
him to shave.
Jer-
You. I eventually got you to shave it off. Shave it off.
Just shave it off, everybody. Just
Shave
shave
it
it
off.
off.
Looks like crap. Shave it
Matter
off.
of fact, I need to get the
Well, it's not
manscaping.
that I had a problem with shaving it off. I had many a time in the past. The thing is that this I knew was my last time to have anything that could be counted on as being called hair. So
And
I
I'm not.
hang on for it as long as possible, rather than shave it off and then say goodbye forever.
I'm only talking about his head hair, Antonio.
Yeah, what is happening? What did I come back to?
We're saying
Oh,
Nick
nothing.
Jackson needs to shave it off.
I said the guys that go like Moxley. Oh my god, I would yell at the screen
Don't talk
every
about
night.
guys that go bald and shave it all off. That's not.
No,
my
that's
favorite.
no. You just, what you missed.
That's
What
right.
I said was shave it off. Shave it off. Like, oh,
Look,
I was yelling at Moxley.
the
Drew
greatest
McIntyre needs to figure that out and soon.
Let's take today to give the greatest thing to be given to man, maybe of all time, was
Antonio.
Michael Jordan allowing men to shave it off. You know, once he did it, we all knew this was the way to go. And when you got to get rid of your hair, just shave it off, just like Michael Jordan. You want to be like Mike? It's not jumping high and slamming the basketball on the hoop. It's shaving it off.
But do you shave it bald,
like
Yule,
Big
or
Daddy.
do you just
Sure.
do you really razor?
Well, not right now. I mean,
Yule shaves and lets it grow. So that's why,
Yeah.
so sometimes, Yule will let his beard grow and then he'll just shave it.
Yeah.
He
See,
just,
like I shave
when he
my
gets
head.
sick of it, he shaves it.
I shave my head no guard, but I don't razor blade shave it.
I razor blade when I do it too.
Oh, do you really?
If
I
I'm not
don't. See, I
lazy.
do- No, I don't.
And
He's lazy
Big
a
Daddy
lot.
says Big Daddy, that's right. Bald is beautiful.
But look at his
Bald is
beautiful head.
beautiful.
Like Big Daddy looks great bald. Like,
He's got a great bald head.
yeah, he looks great. He looks like Bam Bam Bigelow. Dude, Big Daddy, Manscaped, actually, a dude tagged us on Twitter saying, Manscaped, check out what used to be the S&B network. Now they're talking Vols Network.
Talking
And I'm like,
balls.
there's no way that's going to happen. But I would imagine it's like collar and elbow brand.com used the promo code ComicCast save 10%. I would imagine it's you get a chunk of money for every referral.
Yeah.
All right, so
I'm going to say Rhea wins. I'm going out on a limb. Ripley
Rhea.
wins.
Hey,
It would not
Yeah.
surprise me. Would
I
not
said
surprise
that-
me.
I would
said
love to see. I would love to see Rhea win. I also like to see Rhea go back to being a little bit more feminine. That would make me.
Interesting.
Dude,
Yule
that's
and I were
another
actually
thing.
talking about this earlier. That's
Oh
funny.
my gosh, I was just telling my wife about it. I said, "Look at that on the screen. Who do you think that is?" She's like, "I have no idea." And I said, "That's Rhea Ripley," and she was like, "What?" When they were doing the thing you were talking about, like they were going
Is she
back and
wearing
showing.
contacts?
where she's like cooking and stuff.
Why?
you know, just
question,
Yeah.
like, what about
legitimate
this
question for
means to
Boogie?
her?
Would you want to wrestle in contacts that change the color of your eyes for a whole match?
I think they fit just like regular contacts, don't they?
yeah, I've had colored. Yeah, you
I don't
couldn't
know
even
that it
tell.
matters.
Like the
I
cat
wear
eye one?
contacts, so it wouldn't be a problem, you know.
Oh.
But
I-
for a person that can't do that quite so
I used to
easily,
want to bang
Yeah.
this chick. This is what's so disturbing to me.
really, you
Really?
don't like the punk rock?
Oh well, now
shit
that she's
thing?
not bangable.
Yeah,
She used to look exactly like Charlotte Flair, which I'll take a
Yeah.
hard pass on that too.
No,
Y'all making fun of me for Tegan Knox, and this is the
Charlotte- hold on.
standard.
No.
Charlotte
Whoa,
Flair
wait,
without
wait,
the
wait,
strong
wait a
face.
second,
Charlotte
wait a
Flair,
second.
Charlotte Flair has strong face.
What about Tegan Knox when you all make fun of me?
You guys, her eyeshadow is lopsided. What is going on? Who did her makeup? I'm not
She's
even
got a black
sure.
eye.
Dude.
Oh, is that what it is?
She's a dude.
Does she
Boogie,
seriously
I would-
have a black eye?
What? What's Bob or
Boogie, I'm
Hollywood?
with-
say?
Boogie,
Charlotte
I'm with you.
looked better when she wasn't.
Tegan Knox over Charlotte Flair.
Yes.
Charlotte
Knox.
looked a lot.
Dakota
I mean,
Kai,
if we're
I'll let
just
you argue
talking-
with me.
If we're just talking about looks, I feel that Charlotte looks a little bit freakish with her oversized boobs and hair extensions. And when we see how she looked in the old days at NXT,
Yeah.
she was a much more real
She actually
person.
looked
She
a
looks like
woman.
a man with fake boobs.
She
could
looks
move
crazy.
in the ring better.
Yeah,
she
yeah.
She pops
It's
them just
just
to have
like
an excuse
when-
to have another operation. It seems.
And you know, yeah, exactly. And I
Hey,
don't know.
whatever.
I
She
think
wants
she'll
a big,
win
she wants a
tonight,
big.
though. I'm giving. Yeah, I'm not
judging.
shaming her or
Do what
judging
you
her.
want,
No, I
but
know. Yeah.
I'm going to give my opinion here on Akari Press.
Right. Well, it's just like, you know, we're just talking about. Look, people get in
Wrestling is
trouble when
about-
they talk about things. Yeah, exactly, Jill. Go ahead and say it for me.
No, I was just gonna say, like, part of wrestling is about what these people look like, which is why I'm gonna go back to the Statlander thing. I like Statlander. I just want her to tweak her look just a little bit.
I got no
Anyway,
problem with the way she
That's
looks.
Even
fine. I know you don't. You love
even
Statlander.
Kurt Hawkins said, I don't know
follow
if the
her-
alien
follow her
thing
on
is
Insta-
working.
Dude,
Follow her
I
on-
look.
Follow her on Instagram. Watch her do some
Okay, I
deadlifts.
will. I will do some homework and follow Statlander on Instagram. I promise.
Oh, here's
I
your
don't
queen,
follow
by
her
the
on
way.
Instagram. I'll follow her on Twitter though. I need to follow her on Instagram.
Yeah,
But when
you
I
do.
found out after listening to the Kurt Hawkins and whatever their names are on
Zack
what's
Ryder?
his face's Jericho's podcast, that she came from his wrestling school, I was like, nice, interesting, cool. So I think he's a good wrestler.
She's a great wrestler. I think.
Who? Statlander?
Yeah.
Yeah. For her age, I think she's going to be a really good wrestler.
Yeah, the alien gimmick is I agree with because Kurt
And
even said that he maybe
I
told
love
her
it.
to tone that alien
I
gimmick
love
down
it.
a little
I
and
bit.
love
don't
it.
forget in AEW the women don't have as many chances to show off their skills as much as WWE these days.
But I think
Anyway.
she's looked good in the matches she's been in. But a lot of times it's like we've talked about before. You're either in a 4-women car crash or, you're wrestling Penelope, who sucks.
He's got the robe. Okay, here we
The
go.
cleavage almost goes up to her chin.
Big Daddy, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I talk when I'm like, oh, I need that old school realistic vibe. But then I'm like, oh, I dig Statlander's alien gimmick. Like,
Right.
I am such a hypocrite of myself. I am. I
You're
know I
always a
am.
hypocrite,
You're human.
Boogie.
We're all hypocrites.
I am. I like what I like. And
Now give us the Impact report.
coming up on Impact Wrestling, I can't wait to see the North defend the tag team titles, longest reigning tag team champions of Impact Wrestling history because
Really?
of the
Because there aren't
pandemic.
anybody.
Because of the pandemic. I'm going to order an Impact Wrestling shirt. It's coming.
Did I
Although,
ask
look at this beautiful Tennessee Smoky shirt.
what's this Tennessee Smoky? What is
It's
that?
a minor league baseball team.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
But this is the shirt that I wore when I met the Young Bucks.
The Young Bucks, they don't seem like they're like totally from California at times.
They're super
Well.
nice dudes. If you told me they were from North Carolina, I would have believed it.
That's what I'm saying.
Super laid back, nice. Good
That's
young
because
Christ- good young-
stereotypes aren't always true, people.
Good,
Just
good,
saying.
young
Right.
good young Christian boys, unlike
That's
those
right.
California heathens.
Excuse me, I feel like you put us in some sort of you stereotype me for being from California, buddy.
We call it the
That's right.
left. We call it the left coast for a reason.
That's it's also called the Best Coast. Don't forget
right,
that.
exactly.
That's right.
That's not true.
Lakers,
That's not true.
Dodgers.
You all should move to the.
How are you gonna
guys,
crap on me for being
Pac-12.
born and bred where I'm from?
you guys should move to
You
the
know?
East Coast. We would be best friends if you guys.
I
did.
would melt in the humidity, Boogie.
Yeah,
I would
I'm
melt.
dying. Like I just go to the store and I come back sweating.
I'm old and I think I,
couldn't
can
handle it. I've lived
My
in the
old
Bay Area
joints
too
need it.
long.
I
No,
walk
you-
outside and I feel like my slave ancestors did.
It is so hot outside right now in Antonio, in Tennessee.
Oh,
It is
yeah.
so
What-
hot.
Okay,
God.
so for example, like 4 days ago, I'm complaining it was hot here, and what was it? You're like 75 or something like that.
Only 75.
I don't know what it was. It was
Yeah, it's like
but probably
yeah,
nothing compared to you guys.
it's like 85 here, but it's a different. It's even worse. Like going towards where Antonio lives, and then if you keep going west into Memphis, you can't describe Memphis heat until you've been there. It's like you got to have a towel in your back pocket in
Ugh,
Memphis.
I can't do it.
Oh, it's like a Lil Abner movie or something.
Like you go to Vegas and it's hot, but you go to Memphis and it's like 20 degrees cooler, but you're more miserable. Like you can't describe it.
That humidity.
Yeah,
on
you
your
can't.
ass, boy.
You can't describe Memphis heat. Oh my!
You just
I've
walk
heard
outside.
stories about
I
Memphis.
was in
though.
Louisiana last year. Yeah, that was. during
That's
the
probably
hot-
that's probably similar.
No,
Yeah.
the worst is like I had to get my I was taking some packages out, and I had to go. My car. It had started getting hot real. I tried to go early in the morning. It was hot as hell, and just opening my car, it was like parent forgetting their baby in the car and the child dying heat in that car. It was that hot. It was like I opened the door and it just slapped me in the face. It was so hot. And I was like,
How do the books not curl?
well, no, I mean, because I put them in the trunk. I loaded them up in my trunk, and then I, head that way. So I was like, okay, trunk. Then I rolled my windows
I'm
down.
not sure it's Charlotte's chest. It's just like there.
Yes, I don't
It's
think
too
with her
much.
fake
It's
boobs
too
she should be
much.
doing chops. And
I'm not a fan of that. I prefer all natural.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Charlotte, I think, has a
I think I prefer just cover a little bit of the cleavage.
look, Charlotte wants to be the queen, and she knows what Vince likes, right?
Blondes, and big boobs.
That's right. And she's kind of like, you look at her compared to every other woman, she stands out. I mean,
she looks like a man.
well, I mean,
she does have
she's
strong
like
face.
best of both worlds there, Boogie.
I think
she is a woman.
But
that
no, I
looks
think
like a
Charlotte
man.
has made a lot of inroads for the trans community. And,
Oh wow!
Well, she's doing better than J.K.
somebody's
Rowling.
gonna clip that. Okay.
I may be the one that clips it.
Oh god! I'll get called a coon again.
What the heck was that all about, dude? Like I don't
I'm
understand.
not getting into that right
No,
now.
let's talk about it. Let's talk
Okay.
about it. Antonio's talking about blackface and like laughing about it. and
Yeah, I
having
was
a
just
good time.
making a joke. God.
So how does a black dude call another black dude a coon? I don't
He
understand
said I
how
was
that.
cool. He said I was cool because I'm sitting there with a bunch of white guys talking about another.
So
white
that's
guy
what that
wearing-
means? Because
Yeah,
I thought a coon
I'm
was
selling
like
my
a,
race out by just joking about Matt Hardy wearing
He's
black.
like, yeah,
because
he's,
you're not triggered. Because you're not triggered.
I was just like,
Well,
yeah,
you're
it's
the
a
one
joke.
saying it, Antonio. I can't help it.
He's like, this is a coon right here. And I'm talking about, I've seen real folks just cooning, and I'm like, I'm not a coon. I know I'm black. Don't play me like that.
I don't know
But-
the racial term or slang.
Yeah,
so I'm
I
just
do
like
though. And that's why I'm
lost.
like, he knows that's serious. That's why I was like, these guys, these internet tough guys, he knows how serious that is. He would not say that to me in my face and not get a reaction.
So that's like a black on black term.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
he's calling
Well,
me a
I mean,
sellout.
it's an appropriation.
I'm saying
if
he's
you gotta
calling me a
ask me.
sellout. And I didn't appreciate it. Because I was like, he's calling me a sellout. And I was like, you bitch ass.
Well, when I told you when I sent you that screen capture, I kind of felt bad, but at the same time, I wanted you to see it.
Yeah, I didn't see because he didn't add me in it. And he's talking about, he sent it out talking
right.
about, I'm a coon.
Because he
What
quote
was that in
tweeted it.
reference to? I can't remember
'Cause
anymore.
It
Token-
was the blackface
The token
thing.
Matt Hardy thing. Wow.
Oh yeah, token Matt Hardy.
So this was on the wrestling from the wrestling council.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
clipped
Oh.
it.
And he said, this is a coon right here.
Yeah, I mean, what? Normally it'd be like an Uncle
Now, it didn't
Tom or
help that
something
some people
also,
that
right?
That
defending
see
me.
that I understood. Uncle
Right.
Tom, I would understand.
Well, he's just being even more offensive. You know, is doing that,
Well,
and
there
you're
were,
hiding
there were
behind
a
a
couple
character
people
in
that
the
were
extreme.
attacking him, and they were saying because he had Black Lives Matter as a hashtag in his description, and then some people were going All Lives Matter. So
Oh, it was hilarious because he quote tweeted it to get his followers to jump in, and he
You
got
bet.
ate alive.
yeah, he was getting eaten up.
Was he chatting during the show?
No, it
no,
was-
This
it
was
was
a
on
clip
Twitter.
on Twitter.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
Because it's funny, and you know,
Oh,
you want to get
Twitter.
people to be involved and interested.
Yeah, Big
I-
Daddy. Charlotte is a Monet.
That's a good from far, far from close is what that is, right?
I can't
Butterface.
believe this is the main event over Adam Cole and
Yeah.
Velveteen Dream.
Surprised
That makes
too.
Charlotte,
no sense.
Charlotte.
And
Wow, that just proves how much they love Charlotte.
Triple
It's
H
true.
got his press conference after this on Facebook Live.
Well, it's true because I mean I give credit where credit's due. When Becky Lynch and Charlotte and Ronda Rousey main evented WrestleMania, I said they deserved it, but this
Mhm.
is not the main event.
No, I agree.
Well,
They
but
built
it
that
is,
one
though.
other matchup properly.
It is the main event. And oh, by the way, next week, what was that, on the 14th, I guess?
That's the day after my birthday. We're gonna be hanging out on my channel. So
All right.
bring
When's your
super
birthday,
chats.
Boogie?
My birthday's the 13th, but we're gonna do Backlash on the 14th. So bring
writing
super
that down.
chats and birthday presents. That's what I want.
So,
All right, very good.
but the Undertaker Last Ride #4 will
Oh,
debut.
wait, Antonio's plugging Undertaker. I'm plugging my
Yeah.
birthday.
The
Yes.
13th of this month?
Wait. Now you had a channel change, right? It's not the S&B network anymore.
Yeah,
Talking
yeah,
Balls.
it's the Talking Balls Network, but we're still gonna do WWE Backlash next Sunday. That's what's so messed up. I'm off work tomorrow, and it's like this pay-per-view will end early, and then we'll do Backlash next week, and I'll be exhausted for work on Monday.
I like that shot with the eyes. That was kind of cool.
Are we just going to go ahead and commit to doing every pay-per-view now since I don't have Comic Cast?
If that's what you want to do, I don't want to blow you. I don't want to like burn us out.
I don't want to blow you.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Why not? Joel, you should.
Well,
I
at
least
least you know what? At least I'm
should
honest
blow you.
about what I don't want to do.
But you'll make sure that it's when you use Manscaped and it's all clean shaven.
You'll
can't manscape.
Oh man, I had to go and say the other thing with the camera off, but then I go and do that.
You're gonna have to go to Tennessee because Boogie's not coming to California.
That's for
Are you
damn
sure? Are you
I ain't
sure?
I ain't getting out
Because
on that left
I've
coast.
heard
See, that is so rude. We totally visit you.
No, I would come.
we're
no,
gonna have
it was
to go out
it was
there first. Is what
it was
it
on my
means.
bucket list to go see PWG before that building got torn down. Like that was something I really wanted to do, and we still want to take the family out to the West Coast and do like the RV thing and like ride around for 2 weeks and all that stuff. So if we did that, we would definitely meet up with you guys. That'd be cool. But
My grandparents did that with me and my sister on the East Coast.
really,
Up and down. Yeah.
we really want to do that. We really
She's
want to
been
do
all
that.
over.
We really want to do that. Just rent an RV and come out to the West Coast and ride around and have a good time. So if we did, we would definitely meet up.
We could travel too, and totally. If there's ever a chance where people from outside of other states actually meet up with each other again, that will be definitely something to do.
Well, I just saw our county is now allowing social bubbles.
Oh, is that what it is?
And I
What's
brought
a
this
social
up
bubble?
It means like you can expand. So if you've been not seen, so for example, my sister won't let me come over and see my nephews. I haven't touched them since
Oh,
this
wow,
whole thing
really?
occurred. Yeah, really.
I'm over
And-
it. I'm going to jiu-jitsu this week.
I don't press
do
it.
not care.
I don't press it with her because it's her life, it's their kids. But she also lives with my mom, and my mom's had cancer, and so she's like all super vigilant about it. My sister, anyway. So I was like, "Oh, they're allowing social bubbles," and she's like, "Anyway, I'm not going to be able to see them for a while." Still,
It's all fake. The media is not talking about 5 billion people protesting in the streets. It's all fake.
It's out there. It's just everybody's gonna wait to find out the full effect of it before they start talking about it. I think.
Where are the numbers? Where are the numbers?
Well,
Joel?
all right. So if you recall, it usually is like a gestation of 14 days before people realize that they're sick.
Before
So
the
2
alien
weeks from
chest
now?
burster comes.
Right. So, yeah, exactly. It's like, well, when did this start? And you start counting the days. But there is a lot more testing available for people now than there was way back then.
Did you guys
So
see
it
on
might
the
not
news?
be as bad as it could be, but it's
Did you
supposed
guys
to
see
be
on
bad.
the news? They did an autopsy on George Floyd.
Oh, I
And
saw
he
that.
said
Yeah.
He had
Yeah.
COVID. He
Yeah.
had
Yeah, I
COVID.
saw
Oh, I heard about that. They could call it a COVID death.
Oh, fuck that.
Of course they can.
There's-
That's not fake. That is not fake. Like
I don't
I'm
want
not.
to be all conspiratorial or anything, but
I'm not talking about I heard or this or that. I'm talking about one connection, a friend, not a friend of a friend of a friend. A friend's grandmother died, and they said in the hospital, "Can we put this down as a COVID death?" And they said, "Well, did they
Because I
test
heard they were
positive?"
getting
And they
grant
said
money
no.
and stuff.
Yeah, they didn't even say. They were like, "Did she test positive?" No. Can we put it down as a COVID? And they said, "Hell no, you can't."
Well, what
But
do you
that's
mean? They
what the-
asked the family if they could put
Yeah.
it down as a COVID.
Yes.
Well, why would that? Doesn't make any sense.
Like Antonio just said, they're getting
Well,
grant
They're getting
money.
money. They're
makes
getting
dollar
money.
and cents.
Yeah.
You're getting some kind of grants and stuff based on the
Huh.
amount. Yeah.
But it's like, why would we say yes when this?
Yeah, people
wasn't
are
a
making
COVID?
money off of the disease.
Yes,
That's all-
yes. It's all bullshit. It's all so fake. It's so fake.
Not to mention the ventilators. They said that they're prescribing these ventilators for people that don't need them, and some people
That was all fake.
Because I've got a breathing mask. If I didn't need it, it would because it blows that air into your lungs and stuff. You definitely don't want to be on anything like
Is
that.
that the sleep apnea thing
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something
yeah,
different? Yeah.
I'm
My
telling you,
mom
I
does
did
that.
everything they said. Social distancing, staying home, all that bullcrap. I'd bring groceries home and wash them in the sink. And it's like, no, I was an
Right.
idiot.
Ooh.
I should have been
I wash my
training.
balls in the thing.
No,
Should've
you're not
been-
an idiot. You did what you did. You lived your life. You're moving
Oh.
on. Don't think of it. Just you know what I mean. Don't dwell on it that way. That you're an idiot.
About time.
Oh, behind you, Charlotte. Behind you. Oh.
She barely even.
That's
Oh, that was
Antonio.
That was
lame.
weak.
Antonio.
Oh,
don't
that was
don't
lame.
forget to plug it, Antonio. This Thursday on the Talking Balls Network, we'll be doing the Wrestling Council
Well,
live at 9
No,
o'clock.
you
Eastern.
just plugged it, but and obviously we will be. I always put it on my YouTube community page as well.
And Sunday, we're all in agreement, right? Sunday on the Talking Balls Network, we're going to watch WWE Backlash, and it's going to be terrible.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to AJ Styles.
Yeah.
And,
It's gonna, you know
Daniel
that's going
Bryan.
to be. It's going to be a great match. Great match.
All right, let me get this up for us.
Oh man, I kind of wanted Charlotte to bust out there. I got to be honest. When
We
always
know.
looked like
We
she's
know.
going
We
to.
know.
it looked
Antonio.
like what?
We know. We know.
Oh, just saying, I would have been happy if she had busted out there, but I know this has already been taped, so
It's already out there. You just got to Google it.
they say it's live though, but I think it's been taped.
Just Google it, Antonio. It's there.
Oh, okay. I'll find that.
There's your favorite spot, Boogie.
Here it comes. Here it comes. I like this.
Spider.
No, but they're fighting. They're fighting. It's
Spider-Man.
okay. It's okay. Oh, now
long
it's
as
not.
They're not
Now-
just waiting.
Now it's not okay. They're waiting now.
Well, the camera wasn't on it when they were waiting as much.
And that's fine. But I'll say this.
Ooh.
I was going to say this earlier and kind of got cut off and just dropped
Okay,
it.
is she bleeding? Hold on.
Something I like is when they do dives and say the babyface is diving on the heels and then the babyface tag team partner is kind of holding the heels and then backs away. Like, I like that. I like that.
Uh-huh.
It makes it a little bit more realistic
her
versus.
nose
Fall
bleeding?
on them. They pull a Miz is what they do.
Yeah.
So step back. Let someone else take the fall.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. See, that's when
Classic Miz.
That's when I got my teeth knocked out of my head because me and my tag team partner were fighting two dudes, and one was smaller, one was bigger. My tag team partner is 6'7", 300 pounds, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take the smaller guy, and he grabs me and pushes me to the heavier guy that does the dive and blasts my teeth
Oh
out
my
of my
God.
face. And I'm like, really, you asshole? Like, you took the dive from the 140-pound guy, and I took it from the 230-pound guy. That's when I lost my teeth. But it's okay. I just got in the ring and smiled at him, and he went, oh, shit. And I beat the shit out of him for the next 5 minutes at least. Just beat the hell out of him.
I think I put your link in the chat, by the way,
Oh no, Charlotte
That's
just
for,
said that.
For talking balls?
for talking balls. Yeah.
Charlotte
I
just said
appreciate
that
that.
Io Shirai's
Well, you
crotch
know,
smelled
gotta
like
do the
fish
work.
heads.
Who said that? Did you say Charlotte said
Who?
that?
Charlotte said that. That's what he said.
Huh?
Oh shit!
For real or something?
No, I'm
Yeah.
playing.
Like, all right.
Oh god!
Hilarious. I have to say spicy things to keep people entertained.
By the way, I've listened to just a little bit of Big Daddy's podcast.
Oh, wow. I didn't know he had a podcast. How did
Yeah,
I
and
miss
it's
this?
on YouTube. He's only had a couple on YouTube. And I forget, it's like the Major and Chaos show. I think it's what it's called.
Yes.
And I would recommend checking it out, although I like this format where we see all our faces at the same time rather than the back and forth on that show. That's just one person saying that. But
First few shows like that was pretty
yeah,
annoying.
it's just it doesn't always sync up with people's voices, and at least if you can see everybody's faces, it sometimes works a little bit better. But as far as like audio is concerned, it was fine. And
What's it
I
called?
thought
I'm not
I think it's
finding
called Major and Chaos, but I could be wrong. I follow
No,
Big Daddy on Twitter. So
Mario and Chaos.
Mario and Chaos. Thank you.
That looked like a missed spot by Io Shirai.
Yeah. Matter of fact, let me put that on the screen there because I see. you got
Excellent. I was gonna.
Because Yule is fucking up the promo.
Hey, wait a second. I'm
Keep
working
trying.
over. This is overtime right now.
Episode.
This is
64.
almost like moonlighting. What are you talking about?
Wait. Can we share this? Is it inappropriate to share it during the main event? I really want to share this.
What do you want to share?
Hold on.
Oh, wait a second. Kendo stick. There's your kendo stick, bitch.
Are you sharing it? I'm going to share it in the main event. Can we share it?
Wait a minute, hold up. What are you? Are you gonna get me in trouble, Boogie? Or?
No,
no.
Okay.
Yeah, you
it's
can
Big
do that.
Daddy.
Oh, okay.
This is a good promo. I even
Yeah,
mentioned
show
it
us
on
a little
Twitter.
Big Daddy.
I don't know. Can you hear it? I can't hear it.
Yeah.
I'm having trouble hearing Antonio's stuff that isn't.
Do I need to stop and reshare?
Maybe.
I could see it, but I couldn't hear anything.
Yeah.
Probably didn't hit the.
I couldn't hear
But
you.
I didn't hear
Hold
our,
on,
our
let
song
me
at
go-
the beginning
Let me
either.
go back. Damn it, you freaking Yule.
Something about Antonio's hookup, I think.
No, I
What's
I
wrong
think
with my hookup? My hookup's fine.
it's ready. It's ready now. Share it now.
Fuck you, Yule.
Is it ready?
Antonia, just calm down and look at Charlotte's breasts.
Is it sharing?
Match is
Yes.
over.
The match is over. We don't
Podcasters.
even care.
Oh,
Twitter
wait.
universe,
Shirai?
Pro wrestling fans,
Oh.
check us out weekly. The Mario and Chaos Show, the Mario and Chaos podcast, if you will. I am the guardian of chaos, Big Daddy. And I tell it like it is, coming to you live from Chaos headquarters. Well, fuck it. I guess I'm not live. But on second thoughts, and we go through this every time, fans. I guess I'm live when
Hello,
I'm
Big
taping
Daddy.
the show. Am I wrong about
telling
that?
Is
Or am
Big
I right
Daddy a
about that? If you
Steiner
have any
fan?
feedback, let me know.
He
But
better
I have
be.
things to talk about. I know you listen to the Mario and Chaos show, the Mario and Chaos podcast. As I said, it's very competitive out there. Everybody from Tony Schiavone, Eric Bischoff, obviously.
Screw
Conrad
Io
Thompson
Shirai.
is the Godfather.
Dude, I like
or the
Io
Godfather.
Shirai.
Taz is unbelievable. Tony Schiavone.
I'm gonna rep
of
for
course,
Bob
this
here.
isn't a pod.
She
JD
might be
from New
fine,
York
but
is
really, who cares,
unbelievable.
Yul? Come on.
Salamonster, Sean Ross Sapp. I mean, I could sit here and go on and on and on about the talent that
Like
is
those
out there in
sunglasses.
podcasts. People that
I
aren't
understand
even
needing
in
other
the
glasses,
business
though.
as former workers or being in the pro wrestling business. People that are journalists. Look at how awesome Busted Open Radio is and Dave LaGreca, and then he's hooked up with Hall of Famers like Mark Henry and Bully Ray, and I don't know if he'll be a Hall of Famer, but he deserves it in my opinion, and that's Tommy Dreamer. And if you ever listen to the Mario and Chaos show with former WWE Pro Wrestling legend Mario Mancini, you'll hear an interesting story from years back about Mancini and Tommy Dreamer. I had the unfortunate experience with Tommy Dreamer myself.
I need to have
couple
a
of
beer with
times,
Big
a la
Daddy.
the,
Good God, he's like my brother from another
Singapore
mother.
Kane. But anyway, I'm getting off subject here. There's a lot of competition out there, and we want you to listen to the Mario and Chaos show. You know I can go on and on and on. Expect all kinds of content from us. Just want to give shout outs and well wishes to everyone that follows and listens to us. It doesn't get any better than this. We're having one hell of a time. We're going live on location.
Nice.
Well, okay. That was racist.
Big Daddy.
I didn't hear what was it. What?
Big Daddy's my brother from another mother. That dude knows the wrestling business. You got to come on the show. You got to come on. Congrats
was,
to Iro Shirai.
Yeah, I mean, that looks good. I like the celebration too at the end there. Did it look like Charlotte had a figure eight on also at the same time?
Yeah, but
She did, and then
also-
EO came off the rope, top rope,
Yeah.
and hit Rhea Ripley.
Did we see that recently by any chance on like AEW where someone got a pin while there was a
That was Drew Maverick or Drake Maverick.
oh, it was Drake Maverick where that happened. That's right, on that three-way. Or yeah. Huh. So they're using that again.
Well, there we go. Just a little over 2 hours, 2 hours and 20 minutes for the pay-per-view. It is over, guys. WWE NXT in your house.
Does that mean we're saying goodbye?
Well,
It was better than
I
that
figured
last
we
two and a
talk
half.
for a little second, and then we could close it out. Maybe,
It was
just
better than
our
that last
thoughts
two and a
on
half.
the pay-per-view, favorite matches, all that good stuff. How we looking, Yule? What did you think?
I was really hyping it up in my head, but it didn't do. I would have liked to have seen
I thought
a
the match,
direction.
they had the
going
wrong main
forward.
event. I definitely think they had the wrong main event.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not going to. I understand the heavyweight belt being on the main event, but it was a filmed thing. So I
But
can
they
understand.
put the NXT championship on the men's NXT championship was the previous, so both belts were on the line. So
I think you're right. It shouldn't have been the main event. I think they put it as the main event because of Charlotte. And if you're going to have one of those filmed events, those should be the last match, I think, even if there isn't a belt involved. So, yeah, that match shouldn't have been the main event. I agree. I think that makes a difference there. I was actually looking forward to this match, but since I was already taken out of it because of not caring about the cinematic aspect, it kind of didn't do right. Pay attention to WWE. That we don't like that. There you go. I agree.
Boogie, what do you think?
I don't know, man. I'm having fun hanging out with you guys like I do every time. We do
the
these
stream
watch-alongs.
it's fun hanging out with you guys in the chat and all that. Yeah, that's.
I'm gonna have to rewatch it tomorrow to get more dialed in opinions. But I'm really stoked about watching what's on the network right now. This WWE 24 Ric Flair, the final farewell. I'm so stoked to watch this. And we'll get out of here, and I'm going to watch it. But I'm going to rewatch the NXT pay-per-view, and then we'll go live Thursday night, as we do every week at 9 o'clock on the Talking Balls Network. Come hang out, and maybe I'll have a better opinion for you.
I would say Comic Book Bob, but obviously he's been gone for a little while. What about Frank and Jill? Did you guys love it? Were you digging it? What was the deal?
So I agree with what Boogie said. Loved hanging out. To give a real opinion, I'd have to actually rewatch it. But yeah, whatever. It's in your house. It was fine. Whatever. But I loved hanging out.
Hollywood Square.
I love hanging out too. Honestly, I think it was better than Money in the Bank.
I would agree with that.
I would too.
And the way McMahon likes it, he likes the fans to be able to go out with a face winning in the final match, and I think that's part of the reason why he had the Charlotte Io Shirai match with Io winning, having the face winning the title to end the show, and that's usually the way Vince likes to run his shows, rather than having and it was a title change. Nobody else changed titles, so you have a title change, you have a face going out, and that's just the way he likes it, and he has his girl on top in the main event.
Oh yeah, this is girl on top.
Oh, and she doesn't have to stick in NXT anymore either. And, and Shirai and Rhea Ripley already have a little feud going already.
So that works. Okay. Well,
and I look forward to next Sunday, man.
Well, we'll be back on Thursday.
What is this?
On the Talking Balls.
What is going on?
Hold up, man. Can I close the show out?
Hey,
yeah, you look beautiful. I was just so stunned by your beauty that I was lost. So fresh and so clean. Sorry. I'm sorry.
And the weight today.
Okay. Anyway.
Beautiful.
We'll be back this Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Talking Balls Network. You can get the link in my channel. It's my favorite channels thing there. And, of course, they've been dropping it in the chat, and I'm sure either way, you guys follow us all on the social webs. You can find it because I'll be tweeting it out later and all that good stuff. But, of course, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, right here on this YouTube channel, all at Akari Press. Type in AkariPress.com. It takes you to my comic book brand, Way of the Gun. We're on Amazon. We're on Teespring. Links to those are in the description. Thank you, guys. This was such a fun night. I appreciate everybody that was here tonight. We're out.